All right. So, what's up, everybody? Thanks for clicking this video. Thanks for tuning into my channel. My name's Simon Hill, Black American from Louisiana, out here in Budapest, Hungary. We turned up. We live right now, always on the internet. I'm on the internet all day. I live on the internet. Thank God for the internet. It's changed my life. And I would not want to do anything else other than work online, be online, try to make money online, spread my message online, learn online. The internet is a wonderful thing. Cheers to the internet. Amen. Amen. Mm. Yes, drinking wine, and I am a Muslim online. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. So we don't play around on this channel, and today is a celebration. Today is a celebration. Today is a celebration because I feel like my message is getting out there, and it's crazy because I still feel like I'm a small YouTuber. Like I got 2,100 subscribers or something like that. I don't even know. I don't check the number. It goes up every day. And the crazy thing is, you get 1,000 views, over 2 days or something like that. You look at your month, and Ozzy's in here. Yo, what up, Ozzy? Shout out to Ozzy. Shout out to everybody who's going to pile into this stream. We're going to build real heavy. I'm really happy today because my content has hit the Kali. If you don't know what the Kali is, it's a website, it's a forum, and it's a forum online for mostly black men, but they got some crack ass crackers lurking in the mix. And hell, I be lurking on this website too. If you want to know where I get the majority of my, content that I cover, like when I read a news story, yeah, if you don't know the Kali, you ain't black, says Ozzy. For real, for real. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I love this website. The shit that be on the Kali is funny as hell. The shit be having me dying. And if you ever want to know like where I get the majority of my, stories that I cover on my channel, I'm always on the Kali. I'm always on the Kali. I'm deep off in the internet in different parts, and the Kali is definitely one. So I want to say shout out to the Kali. I am not a member. For anybody who thinks, it's me posting in a thread, I am not a member. I'm a professional lurker. I be lurking on the Kali. And today, actually yesterday at 8:31 p.m., your boy hit the Kali. Your boy hit the Kali. I don't know. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. You can find this thread very easily. It was started by a guy named Problematic Pat. Shout out to Problematic Pat, whoever you are. It's titled Damn, Albania is Racist as Hell. Yes, it is. Albania is super racist, the most racist country I ever visited in my life. And I will say that until the day I die. And until I meet a more racist country, Albania is number one. The number one racist country for black people across the world is Albania, hands down. Walking down the street, getting called the N word and their racial slurs for black people, the ignorance, the hatred for black people in Albania is very real, super real. And you can find this very easily. Y'all check this thread out. What we're going to do, what we're going to do in today's live stream is we're going to go through every single comment in this thread. I'm so happy that the thread got seven pages. Man, this is a great day. This is a great day. Now I want to make this very clear, man. I want to make this very, very clear. I can take criticism. I block people on my channel all the time, not because their comments hurt my feelings. It's just because this. Nothing makes me happier than when some racist white person or some white supremacist or some coon comes into my comment section and leaves a long ass reply like a book, and then I just delete that shit. I love that shit. That shit get me hard, nigga. Yeah, that shit get me ready, bro. I love that shit. And we're counting today as my only live stream. The earlier live stream I did today, I took it down because I said some stuff that I kind of regretted later. But yo, we're going to talk about this Albania thread that they made for me in the Kali. I did not make this thread. For anybody who thinks I want attention, I'm just some attention hoe. No, I want to blow my YouTube channel up because I have a very important message. I want to fight back against all the misinformation out there. And I believe I lead how can I say this? A life you should model. You I'm not saying I'm some superhero or I need to be your role model, but I do think I live an exemplary life, and I hope to leave a legacy that is positive, that's motivational for people, that shows people you can be fearless, brave, black, and do whatever you want. And no matter who likes me, I don't give a fuck who likes me. I'm gonna keep it real with you niggas. I'm gonna keep it real with you niggas today. I'm keeping it absolutely real because I'm celebrating. I'm super lit right now. I'm keeping it absolutely 1000 fucking percent real with you niggas today. I don't give a fuck who likes me. I got niggas in Kenya on my head. I got niggas in Tanzania on my head. I got all of Serbia hating me. I got all of Kosovo hating me. I got all of Albania hating me. Many niggas in Turkey don't like me. And I don't give a fuck, nigga. Straight up. Straight up. And I love my life. I wake up every morning, see a handsome chocolate melanated man in the mirror, doing what I do, living how I live, and god damn it if I don't love myself. God damn, I love myself. I ain't got much. I'm broke. I'm a broke ass English teacher. I'm from Louisiana. I got a stupid ass college degree that don't do shit for me. I teach English online. I travel around the world. I ain't got two pennies to rub together, but I still believe in my motherfucking self, nigga. Straight up. Ain't nobody gonna stop me because I'm big motherfucking top. You heard me? I'm sorry I curse so much. Let's get into this. So the thread is titled "Damn Albania Racist as Hell." So Palger, Louisiana bred, documented his racist experiences in his wife's home country. First and foremost, I hate people that do not listen to the content or or don't even do basic research on a YouTuber. I know I got a lot of content out there, but it's not hard to find. The very first video on my channel, my big fat Turkish wedding. That lets you know that I had a wedding in Turkey. And if you watch at least 5 minutes of it, goddamn, you'll see that my wife is Turkish. You feel me? You feel me? Y'all dumb. Y'all dumb. Not to you, problematic Pat. Maybe you just watched the video and you liked my message, but you just didn't do enough research. So shout out to you. But anybody who thinks my wife is Albanian doesn't know that I like bad broads. You feel me? Let's get into the comments real quick. Ozzy says Kosovo was better than Albania, though, right? Hell yeah, Kosovo was lit. Kosovo was lit. In fact, some people in Kosovo probably rock with me because of the content I made. All right, so shaking my head, spreading misinformation. That's something I never try to do. I'd never on this channel want to spread disinformation, misinformation, anything like that. You feel me? So the guy problematic Pat posted, I think 5 of my videos. Albanians yell F N word to a black tourist. Y'all check that video out. It's going up crazy. Albanians think it's okay to do blackface. Y'all check that video out. It's going up crazy. Hitchhiking to Zvernets. That video is going up crazy. And in that video, the Albanians yell the N word to me in a church. You feel me? Black said Albania is the most racist country I've ever visited. And if I only had to pick one video for you to watch, watch this one. Black said Albania is the most racist country. I know the other video I made, yeah, Albania is the most racist country, is the one that got the most views and it's going up. But that one I made in the middle of my journey. After I had been called, racial slurs multiple times in multiple different cities. This Black Sit one is the one that sums it up concisely, precisely, and everything. Y'all check out that one. That's the one that needs to go up because I talk about everything in relation to Albania and my blackness there. So let's get into the comments, and I'm going to reply to every single comment in this thread, hands down. So, did he expect acceptance? Said Richard Glidewell. I go into every country with a blank slate. My opinion is this: I don't uh, assume anything about a country. I'm in Hungary right now, and spoiler alert for this live stream here, I'm going to do a Black Sit video for Hungary. And Hungary is by far the least racist country I've ever gone to. And it's all white. It's white as hell in Hungary. And bro, is it not one of the fucking best experiences I've ever had? You would think if I went through Serbia and faced racism, Kosovo and faced racism, Bosnia, Macedonia, Albania, Turkey, a lot of white nations, and faced all that racism, you would think, hell no, I'm never going back to Europe. Hell no, I'm never going back to anywhere in Europe because of all the racism that I experienced personally. But if I kept that mentality, I would have skipped out on one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life, which is being here in Budapest. Honestly, I really love Budapest. It's really dope. So did I expect acceptance? I didn't expect anything. I thought I would go to Albania and just experience what is there. And that's my job. My job is to report on exactly what is happening. Let's go to the next comment. Fresh said, not just Albania, my friend. The whole planet is anti-black, especially against black men. Absolutely. Some people might take this as a given. There's a lot of niggas who never left their hood, never left their state, never left their city, and they assume about the rest of the world. I know I'm a very blessed black man. I'm from Louisiana, poorest state in the nation, if not the second poorest state in the nation. I come from the middle of nowhere. I'm from Monroe, Louisiana. I work a job where I make about $1,500 a month. And with that will, with that determination, with that gut that I have, and with these big ass black nuts that I have, I took my ass to Turkey, Tunisia, Serbia, Kosovo, Albania, Mauritius, Tanzania, Kenya, all on my own. I ain't beg nobody for money. The white man ain't fund my trip. I didn't have to join the white man's army. I didn't have to beg anybody else. Nobody paid for my tickets. Nobody paid for my hotels. Nobody paid for my Airbnbs or my VRBOs. That's all my black ass. So, for any of you niggas who want to talk crazy to step outside, my job is I go places and I expect what is there. I don't expect anything in advance. You feel me? I'm lit right now, so I might be tripping over my words, but y'all get what I'm saying here. I go to places with no expectations. So I went to Albania, not expecting, explicit racism like I got. Do I know that there's anti-black racism across the world? Hell yes. I speak about this on my channel all the time. That's why y'all need to do your research on your boy. That's why you need to watch the stuff I was releasing in the very beginning of this channel. Before I even met my wife, I was talking hella big, big. I was talking big about all the anti-black racism across the world. Goofy ass coon. Your mama's a goofy ass coon, you bitch ass nigga. Far from a coon, I'm the realest nigga that ever walked this fucking earth. And if I'm a coon, let me fuck your mama. All right. So that was a quote from I Really Mean It. Man, I want to see Texas Mandingo in this thing. I want to see Pog Life in this thing. Pog Set, man. That's what I want to see in this thread. I don't need any of you goofy ass niggas in this thing. So Albania is like the Mississippi of Florida, or Albania is like the Mississippi or Florida of Europe. Trash is always seeking someone else to pretend to put themselves other than. Oh, over than. Okay, over than. I'm tripping. Yeah, Albania is one of the poorest nations in Europe, like Mississippi is. Florida is a rich state in the U.S., but yeah, it is sort of like Florida. Like if you go to Albania, which a lot of you niggas will never even have the opportunity to do, never have the will to do, never have the guts or nuts to do. Yeah, it's like Florida. It's like really rural, but you also have a lot of coastline and stuff like that. And yeah, a lot of Europeans go there for their summer vacations and then never return, like how a lot of people do for Florida. So yeah, and yeah, a thing about the white supremacists or racists, when they are feeling low, they like to make other people feel lower than them. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I was feeling in Albania. When you go to Albania, you see like poverty as if you're back in, parts of Africa. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Albania is like super poor. All right. I know I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on each comment. I know I need to breeze through this. All right. Iverson 64. I bet they love Tupac and 50 Cent, though. That's the funny thing. Absolutely. Like, I made a video on my channel. Albania loves hip hop. And yeah, all they do when you go to Albania, you'll hear as much hip hop as you would in any of the trenches in America, in any of the ghettos in America. Like it's blasting out of the cars, it's blasting out of the speakers, their version of hip hop, like in their language, and also like our songs too. So yeah, absolutely true. They love hip hop though, but they be dropping the N word in their language. Like they be rapping in Albanian, and then nigga comes out randomly, and you'd be like, oh, come on. But anyway, Waldo Geraldo Faldo says, post timestamps, Brad. I just want to laugh at his pain and move on. Waldo Geraldo Faldo. Waldo Geraldo Faldo. What a dumbass name. Anyway, my life is far from pain. The only pain I have is reading dumbass comments like this. But yeah, my life is pretty good. I'm able to go wherever I want. I'm able to be free wherever I want. I'm not a felon. I'm not a sex offender. I'm not rich, but I take care of myself and all my basic needs are met. I have a house that I live in with my beautiful wife. I'm able to be across the world. I've seen so many parts of the world, and I know I have a long life ahead of me, inshallah, where I'll be able to do more and see more. So there's no pain in my life. Ty Daniels says, if you are a black man or woman and actually care about the negative effects of racism, then marry black. Okay, all right. It looks foolish to be married to someone not black and then complain about racism. Okay, as if racism only affects black people who marry outside of their race. Number one, the vast majority of black men, the vast majority of black men marry black women, right? And a lot of black people love to say that we have the dominant genes. So everybody knows this as a fact. If a black man lays down with a white woman, a black child is coming out. If a black woman lays down with a white man, a black child is coming out. So I've never heard somebody say Obama ain't black, J. Cole ain't black, et cetera, et cetera. Uh, Racism won't end whether we all section ourselves off and only marry black women, or if we all marry white men or white women. That's not going to end it. So what I do with my penis has nothing to do with the effects of racism, the creation of racism, or the perpetuation of racism. But if it really bothers you that much that I sleep with my beautiful wife, who you assume to be white, or think she's white, or appears as white, let me fuck your mama. Let me fuck your big booty black ass mama. Ty Daniels. Ty Daniels, tell your big booty mama to come her ass over here to Budapest and I'm going to blow her brains out. Yeah, we going to knock her ass against the wall. Yeah, I'm going to show her that Louisiana dick. Yeah, yeah, we really about that. Her, bring your mama here and me and my wife will flip the hoe. We'll flip her and make a squirt. Hands down, swear to God. And I promise you, I promise you, she won't come back. Or if you got a wife or a girlfriend and she's chocolate, butter pecan, whatever shade of melanin she got, tell her to bring her ass over here and we going to give her that long 318 dick. You feel me? We going to do that. We going to do that. If that makes me more pro-black. That will make me more pro-black once I fuck your mama, your sister, your cousins, your girlfriend, your wife. I'll knock all of them down same night. You can watch. And I'll talk my same pro-black shit that I talk with my white wife. Deal? Can we make a deal, Ty Daniels? I'll do that. All right. So Ozzy says, damn, haters in the comments. Ozzy says, Jesus Christ. Yeah, she'll be hollering Jesus Christ. Ty Daniels' mama gonna be hollering Jesus Christ when she see that big long mandingo stick I be carrying. Yeah. Anyway, Haitian Patty, they love to act black when they migrate here, though. Facts. That's the thing. That's the craziest thing. You know, a lot of people in my comment section that got blocked that y'all don't see under the videos love to say Albanians are like the black people of Europe. We're black too. Y'all ain't black. Y'all ain't black. Y'all are just white people who do fucked up shit. All right. Timestamps. He says, I ain't watching all that Gucci man face. This is from K Glock. You wouldn't catch me dead in any dirty Eastern European country, automatic ops. So Buddy has himself to blame. Kanye shrug. Okay, that's your choice not to see all of the world as if black people are prohibited. You're prohibiting yourself, K Glock. I mean, you can think that way, honestly, and that's your choice and that's your right. But my opinion is I'll take my black ass anywhere because I know my black ass didn't do anything to anybody. This is the crazy thing. White people don't think like this. And I'm not saying that we should equate ourselves to white people as if we have the same experience or will expect the same experience when we go abroad. But what I'm saying is white people know that their ancestors walked all over this earth, enslaved people, raped people, colonized people, and they still bring their happy ass to Ecuador. They still bring their happy ass to the Dominican Republic. But I should be scared to go to Ecuador. My black ass should be scared to go to the Dominican Republic because they might call me negrito or some Spanish word for monkey or some other slur. I don't give a fuck. Even when the Albanians called me racial slurs in their language, I didn't give a fuck because I knew I had my phone out and I was going to expose the people. That's the thing. I do all of this to expose all the racists out there in the world. And you might be thinking, oh, they're automatic ops. You're a dumb nigga. K Glock, you are a dumb nigga. You're that type of nigga that probably wears blue rags on his head or red bandanas around his wrist and shoots at other black people just for being in a different part of the hood or just for being on the other side of the city. You one of them niggas. You're our enemy, bro. All the gang members, all the drug dealers are the ultimate enemy of black people. But I guess I'm a bedbuck and I'm a coon and I'm a dumbass nigga for thinking that I can travel to another country where I spend thousands of dollars and expect not to be called nigger in the street. I'm the dumb nigga, right? Because I live in 2023 and I at least expect the bare minimum of keeping your racism to yourself. I'm in Hungary right now, like I said. There's probably tons of people that have called me nigger, but I haven't heard it. That's the way it should be done. That's the way it should be done. But I'm a dumb nigga, right, for going to a country just chilling on the beach in the summer with thousands of other tourists. But I'm dumb for thinking that I can at least go by without getting called nigger. I'm stupid, right? Whatever. Eat a dick, K Glock. Eat my whole big ass black dick, or bring your mama here and I'll fuck it too. All right. Let's go here to Mr. Bacario. His wife's a pog, so you have to take the good with the bad. Michael Jordan crying like Michael Jordan face. That's a funny comment. That's funny. That's just funny. That's just absolutely funny. Cheers to that. Craig Mack hopped in the chat. What up, Simon? Checking in. Where you coming from court? Just kidding. That's funny. Hey, you don't have to say just kidding, Craig Mack. I know you. You my day one, man. You can say anything on this channel. You ain't never getting blocked. Ozzy ain't never getting blocked. You know what I mean? Like y'all can always rock with me, man. We're over here reading this thread that was posted on this website, and I'm gonna put the link in the chat right now. I'm going to put the link to this thread in the chat so y'all can read it and see it for yourself. This is from a website called The Collie, and this is a website where I get a lot of the content that I put on this channel. So y'all read it, y'all look up on it, all that. There's a link in there for y'all. So, oh man, I gotta piss so bad. I didn't drink too much. So, NY Chase says 718 Albanians are crack ass crackers. I guess. I mean, yeah, I use the word cracker a lot. I mean, there are crack ass crackers, and after what I went through, everybody who called me a racial slur or yelled at me, yeah, y'all are crack ass crackers. They love to act black when they migrate to the hood. Here's a picture of Action Bronson, Alchemist, some black dude, and I guess a big Albanian there. I think that's Big Body Bess. I think that's Big Body Bess. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is why it's so hard for our brothers and sisters. All right, he said this. Why is it so hard for our brothers and sisters to understand this? Because even when we date black, we get called nigger, we get killed in the streets, we don't get hired for the jobs, we get turned down from our apartments. Y'all dumbass niggas think what you do with your penis dictates your blackness. You niggas are coons. Any nigga who thinks, I'm telling y'all this for all the 7 people in the chat, any black person who thinks what they do with their penis validates their blackness or emphasizes their blackness, you're no different than the niggas who were captured and meant to breed our people. I'm lit right now, so y'all get what I'm saying. If you're a nigga who thinks just because you only fuck black women, you only sleep with black women, you've never even seen a white coochie, that makes you more black than somebody else. As if I can't be killed by the police, as if I don't get discriminated just like any one of you niggas. I know it might seem like I'm sensitive about this topic. I'm actually not at all. I'm actually more disheartened and discouraged to see that so many people are so caught up in who they lay with rather than what they think. You can lay with a black woman who thinks that George Floyd died from fentanyl. You can lay with a black woman who thinks that slavery was a choice. Or you can be with somebody who understands white supremacy and how it's affecting the world and just be happy with yourself. What do you niggas want to choose? All right. So Craig Mack says all these countries be biting our style. I remember when the fade first came out in 1984, Air Force Ones became hot when Nelly made the song. I think Air Force Ones were already hot before Nelly made the song. I remember when I was a kid, I went to the Foot Locker with my mom and I was like, yo, I want those. And I didn't know what those were, but they were just these crisp white high top shoes with the lace like that, with the Velcro. I like the high top. I like the high top white Air Ones. Those the hard ones, for real. Big dope boy style. I like that shit. But I don't know if Nelly made Air Force Ones hot. But anyway, let's get back into the comments. Dorian Bray. I bet they love Tupac and 50 Cent, though. That's the funny thing. Pretty sure they love basketball, too, and import black players there for their leagues. Absolutely. I mean, that's all over Europe, right? They hate black people, but they love what we can do for them. And yeah, the black people, did I see any black people in Albania? Yeah, I saw like 2 or 3 other black people in Albania other than myself. But yeah, that was it. I mean, they were tourists too. That was when I was in Tirana. But bro, once I left Tirana, I don't think I saw a black person in Durrës, in Berat, in Vlore. I didn't see any of them in Albania. I think the chat is piling up. We got 10 people in here. Y'all don't be scared to leave comments. But y'all got to stop being haters. Subscribe, and y'all can talk all the shit you want to me. I'm here right now. I'm reading every single comment in this thread. If y'all posted this live stream in the thread, we gonna read all 7 pages. I got all the time in the world now. My next class ain't until 2 a.m. I'm up all day, all night. For anybody who thinks I just hang out on the internet and do these live streams for no money, you a bitch ass nigga, because I'm doing fairly well. I got a lot of classes, a lot of work to do, but the internet is the greatest thing in the world. Amen. Kali Mandingo. Kali Mandingo says, not, he replied to Fresh's statement, not just Albania, my friend. The whole planet is anti-black, especially against black men. And he says, bruh, stop it, and then does the finger thing. Yeah, that's a coon. Like, the whole planet is very much anti-black. In every country in the world, there's anti-black racism. But that doesn't mean that stops us from going there. And that doesn't mean that anti-black racism will always be expressed. For example, I'm in Hungary. I'm pretty sure there is blackface in Hungary or some racial slur for black people in Hungary, but I haven't heard it yet. The thing is, you don't want it to be expressed. We don't want it to be out there in the open. Y'all can call us niggers all you want, just not in front of us. That's mad disrespectful. White people, you might get packed out if you do that, or you might get a nigga like me on YouTube who will expose y'all, and that's his job. All right, so Ozzy, I'm gonna read some comments real quick. Ozzy says, if I bang Candace Owens, does that make me more black? Absolutely. I mean, because Candace Owens, if you bang Candace Owens and, like, have her hollering Black Lives Matter, that'd be hard. If you do that for the culture, we'll salute you, Ozzy. We'll salute you. But yeah, laying up with Candace Owens, laying up with Clarence Thomas, laying up with any coon who, like, a coon is not a nigga who, like, just sleeps with white women or white men. That's not a coon. A coon is a nigga who says, uh, black people need to stop burning down their own neighborhoods every time the police shoot them in the back. Black people need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. That's a coon. That's a coon. If I'm a coon because I love my wife with all my heart, because she is as adamantly against white supremacy as I am, if she understands and sees the world the way I do, how anti-black it is, I would take that over any black woman any day who doesn't do the same thing. Who doesn't do the same thing. You get what I'm saying? I hope that's very clear. Somebody's going to clip that out of proportion or call me a bedbuck or a coon or say that I would prefer a woke white woman over an intelligent, radical, black fist sister. That's not what I'm saying at all. As long as you and I can agree on anti-black racism and white supremacy is the devil and we need to fight it and combat it until it's eradicated from this planet, I don't care what race you are. That's the literal most important thing to me in my life, period. Period. That's the most important thing. So yeah, let's go here to the comments. I live in Observer jumped in the comments. Observer says, I live in West EU. I'd never ever visit East Europe. Okay, that's your choice. Listen, people have the choice what to do with their lives. If you feel like you know Eastern Europe just because of what you've seen on TV or what you've seen on the internet, that's stereotyping. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. As a black person, right? I don't want anybody coming to America and saying, I'm not going to go to Atlanta. I saw what Atlanta's like on TV. I'm not going to go to New Orleans. I saw what New Orleans is like on the internet. I'm not going to go to Detroit because I saw what Detroit is like on Twitter. I'm not going to go to Oakland because I heard what Oakland is like on Instagram. All those very black places, we don't want white people stereotyping us. And while anti-black racism is very real, it's not expressed the same in different places. That's why y'all need to watch my Black Sit series. That's why y'all need to watch my Black Sit series, and that's why I do the reporting I do, to show y'all what it's like in different places and spaces. And number one, black men should not be afraid of racism. I'm not afraid of racism. A white man could call me nigger right now. He'll either get packed out or he'll get put on camera, and then I'll talk about it and make money from it. That's my decision and my choice. You feel me? If you really think you know Eastern Europe that bad and you don't want to go just because you think it's what it is on the internet, that's your choice. But in my opinion, that's ignorant, because I wouldn't want anybody to think that about me. You feel me? Or my people. Anyway, Observer said there's levels to anti-blackness. Yeah, there are levels to anti-blackness. There's, that silent discrimination, then that open discrimination, and then there's violence. And within each of those three categories, there's different variations and levels in between. Craig Mack retracted his statement. I'm going to show what Observer says. You talking about blackface and slurs, you need to worry about getting your ass stomped out. Uh, I don't know what the hell he's saying. I don't know if that's a threat to me. Any threats to me, observer? If you're threatening me, then you're going to get blocked because I don't do threats. You wouldn't say this to me in person. And anyway, Craig Mack, Candace Owens is from my hometown. Oh man, I think Candace Owens is from Pennsylvania, right? Anyway, let's go to this comment from the fade. John Jerka running around North America saying the soft and hard ER. Yep. Yeah. John Jerka is like an internet troll. He's out here talking about he's a pedophile and running around saying hard ER and stuff like that. So, yeah, the Albanians, man, they love to say nigga. They love to say nigga. And I think a lot of that has to do with their identity crisis. They went through many years of brutal communism under a very vicious dictator who, like, ruin their lives and stuff like that. So they don't know what they are. They don't know if they're Muslim. They don't know if they're Turkish. They don't know if they're European. They don't know what the hell they are. You get what I'm saying? So they have this identity crisis. And when white people don't know who they want to be, they decide to be black. This is a message I want everybody to know. When white people don't know what the hell they want to be, or when they feel oppressed, they decide to be black. That's why all the time the crazy North African Arabs love to say, "Oh, we're like black people," and all the crazy Serbs and all the crazy Slavic people who don't know who they are because their governments repress their culture, repress their language, repress their religion, repress their people. They love to say, "Nigga, nigga, nigga, nigga," all day. Then they turn their hat backwards and start rapping horrible raps that are offbeat. I'm gonna keep it real with you. This is from what I've seen being abroad. You get what I'm saying? So, correct. So observer says by them. Okay, I listen, man. We're just here to rock. But anybody who wants to, threaten me or talk spicy to me, all you got to do is subscribe. Leave a comment in the live stream chat. I'm replying to everything right now and we're getting to it. So yeah, bro, the ones in New York, none of them act white. They all want to be niggas. LOL. Yeah, the Albanians are just. I've heard that, and I heard that in New York. Yeah, they're just like trying to be like black people, man. But they don't. They don't be running around. That's the thing. I could not live in New York. I cannot live in New York because y'all got Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, wild Hispanics, Albanians, Serbs. Everybody in New York says nigga. That's one thing I can't get with. I don't tolerate any person. I'm gonna keep it real. Anybody lighter than J. Cole can't say nigga to me. Anybody lighter than Obama can't say nigga to me. Anybody lighter than Kerry Hilson can't say nigga to me. That's like I'm doing the brown paper bag test. If you lighter than the brown paper bag, you can't say nigga to me. And in New York, y'all niggas be letting the Puerto Ricans saying, "What's up, my nigga?" Boy, I'll pack a Puerto Rican out. I don't give a fuck if I die in New York. That's the reason I can't go to New York. When I see Fat Joe, when I see 6ix9ine, hell, one of my favorite rappers, Big Pun. Big Pun was dropping nigga all over one of my favorite albums, Capital Punishment. I ain't letting none of that slide. Period. Y'all want to call me a coon because I smash my beautiful big booty wife every night. But y'all niggas in New York letting the Dominicans call y'all nigga. They let the Dominicans call you nigga, and on top of that, they call you racial slurs for black people in Spanish. Boy, it couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Thank God I'm a big dick Louisiana nigga. Mm, couldn't be me. Dr. Acula says delete. Okay, might have deleted the thread. That's what he's trying to imply. Sleepy Floyd says, my cousin is in Albania playing pro basketball, and he says everyone is cool over there. I specifically asked him about racism, and he said he hasn't encountered any. He's been there for a year and goes to all the largest cities to play ball, also to Greece. I do believe there are some racists, though. It's Europe after all. All right, so, everybody's individual experience might be different. You get what I'm saying? I made my video about Mauritius, and I said there was, generally no hostile anti-black racism that would be in your face in Mauritius. Another black American might go there and experience it. You get what I'm saying? That's their experience, and I encourage every black person to share their experience, and I will never negate the experience of another black person. You feel me? I'll just say this though: if you're a ball player, if you're some person who's a celebrity or some stature or something like that, of course you're going to be treated differently. OJ Simpson got away with killing a white woman in America because he was a famous football player. And nothing is more valuable to white men than black men who can run a ball better than another guy. You feel me? That's how powerful sports is. That's why I don't even get into sports, really, because I can't worship no other man like that. Yeah, you see me wear like the Michael Jordan jerseys, you see me wear a Kobe jersey and stuff like that, but I can't look to no other man who shoots a ball better than another man and say, yo, that's my idol. Nigga, got me fucked up. I can't do that. I can't do it. This stream will definitely not be monetized because I'm cursing up a storm around this bitch. But you know I'm lit, and I'm replying to the Kali. This is my first thread on the Kali. I hope I continue to go viral. I hope so. I want everybody to know I love my wife with all my heart. I love my wife because when I met her, I was kind of a single bachelor living a pretty good life, making decent money in Serbia and stuff like that. But I knew there was something special about her when I met her. I knew that there was something about her that set her apart. And as I've continued to grow and be around her, I see more of myself in her, but I also see so many things that I admire about her and I love about her. She's so patient, she's so kind, she's so understanding. She's somebody that I hope to be when I grow up. And I'm older than her, so I know it will never happen. And I want to say that I hope you find that with somebody, whoever you are. You feel me? I hope whoever you are in the world, you find the person that you truly love and understand, and somebody who holds you down for real. So let's get into the comments real quick. Let's read this message from Ozzy. Yeah, Ozzy says, LOL, no shit. He's a b-ball player. Greg Mack says, it's not like that, Simon. Puerto Ricans do it. The only reason they do is because a lot of the times the Puerto Ricans are down with the blacks when it comes to pushing weight. Okay. Maybe they're doing, maybe they're selling rocks and keys together in New York, but still, I done got business. Listen, man, I done did business with everybody. I done did business with the Jews, with the Arabs. I done made money with the Serbs. I done made money with everybody. But there's a level of respect. There's a level of respect. Because think about this. If you selling keys and bricks with a Puerto Rican or a Dominican, can you come up to them and say, hey, what up, Spick? Hey, what up, Wetback? Hey, what up, border hopper? Great swimmer. Hey, you a great swimmer, Jose. That's how you got to this country. Can we do that to them? But we supposed to expect the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, all of them to come to America and say, "What up, my nigga? All right, what up, Spick? What up, Wetback? What up, Beaner? We could do that too. Fence Hopper, we can do all that. Why don't we do that too? If you selling bricks with a nigga, why don't you? Yeah, why don't y'all chop it up together? Yeah, y'all don't make 90. Y'all don't make 90 flipping like 45 keys. Yeah, we sitting down eating Chinese food. Let's chop it up. Hey, what up, Wetback? Fucking Beaner, bro. Come on, man. We know we can't do that because they're gonna pack us out. They're gonna call all cousins that live in some one bedroom apartment to come and jump on us. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. We don't do that to them. They shouldn't do it to us. I don't tolerate no racial slurs from anybody who is lighter than the fucking brown church shoes I got. More who's less brown than the church shoes I got. You feel me? I don't tolerate that. If you lighter than Drake, you can't call me nigga. If a pencil fall through your hair, oh, you definitely can't call me nigga. Definitely not. Definitely not. I'm tripping. Ah, that's funny. Hey, my wife is here with me. She said a pencil will fall through my hair. Anyway, I'm keeping it real with y'all. All right, so why is in here? All these man, how come my thread in the collie, my first thread in the collie don't have the heavy hitters in it? I want the real niggas in this bitch. I got nigga who is why? Why ain't nobody on the collie? Who the fuck is this nigga, man? And by the way, for anybody tuning into the chat, I got 12 people in here. This is one of my biggest live streams. I'm still a small YouTuber. I am not on the collie. I do not have an account. Let's get to the comments though. Y said they just don't like you. Niggas good everywhere. Niggas on the collie and YouTube confirmed it already years ago. Fuck out of here. I don't know what the hell Y is talking about. Niggas on the collie and YouTube confirmed it. Listen, I'm a young man. I'm 33 years old. I ain't been all around the world like you guys. I ain't got a lot of money like you guys. So I ain't got no OGs like you guys who maybe fly you out or whatever. I do all this on my own and I go places and let people know what I'm going through. So here's Fresh. Fresh jumped in to Collie Mandingo's comment. It said, bruh, stop it. Nigga, fuck out of here. What world you live in? Don't even bother responding on my ignore list. See, this is petty. This is petty. All right, let's get into the comments here from the live chat. All right. OJ didn't do it. The glove didn't fit, said Craig Mack. That's funny. That's funny. I got no comments about OJ. Hey, if you beat the case, They ain't got no, you know what I mean? You beat the case. Craig Mack, you love her because she's put up with your crazy ass. Keep it a buck. Yeah, she puts up with my crazy ass. Absolutely. She puts up with my crazy ass, and that's all you can hope for. Because if you're a man like me, you're crazy. And it's gonna be hard to find a woman who really rocks with you like this. And I made a lot of sacrifices for my dreams, and I appreciate that my wife still accepts me and the sacrifices I make for my dreams. It's about 9 p.m. right now. Her and I could be caked up watching Netflix or a movie or something. And possibly I should be doing that. You know what I mean? But I got big dreams. I got big goals that I want to do. And I want to be successful for her and for our family. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, the number one thing every man should hope for is a woman that's good to him and respects him. You feel me? So I'm keeping it real with you. And I've been married twice. Been married twice. So Craig Mack says, I understand what you're saying, Simon. However, I'm the Deion Sanders generation. I don't get what that means. I don't get what that means. Like I said, I don't watch sports, guys. So Wise Born here jumped into the thread. Did he expect acceptance? Coon probably didn't know why he's crying on the internet now. Wise Born. Wise Born. Ain't nobody crying on the internet because I'm laughing right now. And cheers to you, Wise Born. Listen, I want to let you know, ain't no coon in my body. Never been in my body. Never been in my body. Nobody hates white supremacy more than me. Nobody talks up more for black issues than me. I'm unapologetically myself. And I don't give a fuck who likes it. I love who I love. I say what I say and I stand on my square. And none of you niggas would ever come to my face talking about coon, bedbuck, any of that. None of that shit would happen. Because these hands, nigga, I'm from Louisiana. Let's go here to Give Thanks. Give Thanks says Eastern Europeans have a serious beef with each other. Call an Albanian a Serb, some other Niet speaker, and watch what happens. Niet speaker. That's funny. I like that. Niet speaker. That's funny. Shit. They even beef with each other. I hope bro didn't think he was gonna go there and everything was gonna be all good. Yeah, I did, nigga. Yeah, I did. I went to a country in the summer that's built on tourism. Listen, everybody, if you go to Albania, they ain't got shit popping. They ain't got no industry. They don't even have restaurants, bro. You go there, there's only pizza and ice cream. Can I get pizza and ice cream in the chat? Can somebody write pizza and ice cream in the chat, bro? I am serious. Albania ain't got shit. Albania ain't got nothing. The only thing they have is tourism. So yes, I expected my black ass to go to a touristic country. I took my black ass to the touristic parts of Turkey. I took my black ass to the touristic parts of Tunisia, to the touristic parts of Indonesia, to the touristic parts of Mauritius, to the touristic parts of Kenya, Tanzania, all over the US as well. Bro, I ain't never had this many white people call me nigga. I felt like I was in 1933 America. Seriously. Seriously. Yes, I did expect to go somewhere and at least have the racism that is usual from white people be the typical racism that is from white people, which is, look at that nigga over there. That's what I expected. I didn't expect, fuck nigga in the street. I did not expect that. But now y'all know. Now the world knows. It's recorded, it's documented, it's out there. So this is a comment from Wiseborn again. Niggas ain't dumb. They know what time it is when they wife crack ass crack a cooch. All right, when they marry crack ass crack a cooch. Fuck Albania. The name says it all. Niggas know better to go into a majority white town in the States and not expect smoke. All right, Wiseborn, you're a nigga who definitely, I know you're from one of those Rust Belt states. You're a nigga from like one of those cities that's like dying, where people are overdosing on fentanyl, and you might be a white man. You might be a crack ass cracker. There's a lot of crack ass crackers that can blend in on the collie for real, for real. Wiseborn, you a hoe ass nigga if you are one, and you're a nigga who probably never left South Carolina. You speak like a South Carolina nigga. That's some South Carolina shit. You too scared to leave out of fucking Charleston. Whatever. I don't even know what's in South Carolina. What the fuck is in South Carolina other than barbecue? That's all y'all niggas got, barbecue. All that coastline, all that geography, ain't nothing good ever come out of South Carolina. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you from South Carolina, bro, what the fuck, bro? And I'm talking shit, and I'm from Louisiana. At least our broke ass Louisiana, what did we do? We invented rock and roll. We invented jazz. We brought y'all Lil Wayne, Kevin Gates, NBA Youngboy, Louis Armstrong. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. What y'all got in South Carolina? This is South Carolina talk. That's what we doing, man. That's what we doing, man. Fuck this nigga Wiseborn. But yeah, it's dumb as hell to think, oh, you can't go to a country full of white people and expect to get called nigger. Yes, there is anti-black racism in the world, but all the white people generally know right now, hey, it's not cool to yell nigger to random tourists. Plus, if your country's economy is built on tourism, like Albania, which has nothing, not even people. There aren't even people in Albania. I swear to God, there was one time my wife and I were walking down the street, and for a good 3 hours, we didn't see no people. And we were on the main highway. I'm being facetious. I'm joking. I'm joking. That's an absolute joke. But that's how few people there are in fucking Albania. They're all old, white, and dying. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no money in Albania. It's all pizza and ice cream. Ain't nothing out there. Shit. Anyway, Observer says they run drug trade heavy in Europe. Okay, and and see, I'm sick of people talking all this Albanians be so tough talk. And listen, I ain't go to Albania to flex nobody's gangster or test nobody's nuts, nothing like that. I ain't go there to do none of that. I went there to go have a good time. But people were telling me as soon as I was posting my first videos in Albania, hey, you better watch out in Albania, bro. Bro, I'm from Louisiana. Do you know what we do in Louisiana? Do you know what we do in Louisiana? You got me fucked up talking about I should be scared in Europe. In Europe, bro? You think I'm scared of Europe? Man, bro, I wish they knew. I wish they knew. S is doing laughing emojis. Craig Mack, it means I'm Generation X, so I could be your dad. I support you because I want to see you succeed. Craig Mack, I love you, bro, man. I don't know what I said that might have pissed you off. Hey, man, there ain't no beef. Ain't no beef, man. Anyway, Mr. Logic, I'm shocked if a crack ass cracker is not racist. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we care what a crack ass cracker thinks about us? But he married into that. That's his problem. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. I'm shocked if a crack ass cracker is not racist. I kind of agree with that because, we're indoctrinated in a world where white supremacist thinking is everywhere. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we go on vacations? Why do we work hard so that we can enjoy life? Why do we, try to see the world for the short time that we're on this planet? I don't know why we do that. Why do humans do that? Why do humans do that? Oh, you mean because I'm a black man that I should stay my black ass in only black ass places? That's what you mean. That's what you mean, Mr. Logic, because I'm following your logic. So with that logic, I should have never left my black ass out of Louisiana. I should have never took that risk after I graduated from university and hit the road and went to Miami on my own whim with only 2 suitcases in the trunk. I should have never did that. I should have stayed my ass in the same hometown I stayed in because I heard that the Latinos are racist in Miami, because I heard that as soon as I drive across Mississippi, those highway patrolmen are going to pull my ass out the car and beat the fuck out of me. I should have did that, right? I should have never left my fucking state, right? Mr. Logic, right? I should have did that. Yeah, I should have been a bitch ass nigga like you, Mr. Logic. That's what I should have did. All right, leave my hairline alone. That's a funny ass screen name. Uh, are you for real? A black man getting called nigga by cracks in public and you speaking up about it is foolishness. And speaking up about it is foolish. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Thank you. Leave my hairline alone. Exactly what y'all should do. Leave my hairline alone because I shave it off, man. Every 3 days we do the shave. You feel me? Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter when I was with my wife or when I was alone. Nigga, Zenchi, Zezak, outside, people staring, uncomfortable, pointing, laughing, just for my black ass going to the grocery store, not doing anything extra. Me living my black ass life got me racially profiled and harassed in Albania. But because my wife is a beautiful, sexy, white woman, I know y'all niggas triggered. Y'all triggered. Yes, my wife is a beautiful, sexy, white queen. Oh, y'all niggas turned up now. I'm too lit right now. I love this. I am celebrating the fact I made it to the collie and we reading every single motherfucking comment in this bitch. Yeah. All right. Wise born. Wise born, stay on my dick. Get off my thread if I'm a coon. If I'm a coon, wise born, why you in my thread? I guess this coon is somebody you want to be soon. You should be, wise born. You got to get out of South Carolina. Probably assumed he'd get a pass. Albanians have beef with Serbs to the point that they tried to ethnically cleanse each other several times in their history. The last time was during the Kosovo War. In fact, there might be another war soon. Not to mention that Albanians run the drug trade in Europe and simply simp sucker thought it was all good over there. Wise born, wise born. Wise born, I think you're S because you do this. You said the same thing. So you said, no, no, somebody else said run the drug trade. Anyway, wise born, did I think I'd get a pass? I think I expect to be treated like a black man anywhere abroad. I don't expect just because, you know, I am who I am, sexy, chocolate, intelligent, handsome, well traveled. I don't think I expect to get a pass anywhere else. I mean, I don't know what that means. And yeah, if you want to see an interesting video, I think one of the most slept on videos on my channel is what is it like to travel from Belgrade, Serbia, or Serbia, I forgot the name, to Kosovo. That is a video on my channel that is very, very dope for this very one reason. In that one day that my wife and I traveled from Stara Pazova in Serbia, we went down to Belgrade and we saw their thing downtown where they have the building that was destroyed by the NATO bombing. And then they have all these posters up of all these dead Serbian children and then all this anti NATO talk and stuff like that, right? And then in that very same day, in that very same video, we make it to Pristina, Kosovo. And when we make it down to Kosovo, they talk about they have a monument in downtown Pristina where they say these are the Serbian criminals who killed Albanian children. One of the most interesting things I ever experienced in my life was seeing that dichotomy, a conflict from both sides. You get what I'm saying? Imagine going from Tel Aviv in Israel to Gaza and hearing what the people say and the images they put up on the wall. That's exactly what it was like to travel from Serbia to Kosovo in that same day. And I'm so thankful for that experience. And I'd be called a coon, a bedbug, whatever, all day just to live that shit over again because that thing really influenced my mind, changed my mind, and showed me how hate, how people hold on to the past, how it defines them, how it's a part of the national conscious. It's very real when you go to Serbia and Kosovo and Albania, the level of tension that's there. I hope there's no war soon. But if crack ass crackers want to wipe themselves off on the map, I mean, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna tell them get over it. It's the past. Guys, you gotta get over it. So anyway, I'm gonna go here. In the zone 98, two new variations of the N-word has been learned. LOL, this planet is wild. Thank you. Thank you. In the zone 98. Listen, when I go places, I'm doing research. You niggas are the dumb niggas who dropped out of high school and got your GEDs. This is a educational channel. I do research. When I go abroad and I find out, damn, in Turkey they got a word for us. We ain't even here. Damn, when I go to Serbia, they got a word for us. I ain't even here. Damn, in Kosovo, they got a word for us. We ain't even here. In Tunisia, they keep their black people in a ghetto in the south, and they got a whole word for us, calling us the second Wusif. They got a whole word for us. I didn't even know that. That's the point. It's educational. I am here to provide information for my people, to enlighten my people. So when your children get rich and successful in America, in Britain, in the UK, in Brazil, all the black children around the world who have dreams of traveling to every country, a noble dream at that, they won't be surprised when they pull up in Albania and they hear Zezak. They'll know something that they can reply back with. This is preparation. This is the green book. You dumb niggas on the collie who want to roast me are the type of niggas who would say, damn, why would a nigga in 1954 drive across the country and try to find hotels that cater to black people? He could be lynched. Damn right, he knows he could be lynched. Duh, nigga, duh. That's why we do it. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who thinks I shouldn't go anywhere. I can take my black ass anywhere. I ain't do nothing to nobody. I'm not a criminal. I don't come from a lineage of criminals like a certain people on the planet. So I know I have the moral right to step anywhere on this motherfucking planet. Period. And I know I'm descended from the first people to walk this motherfucking planet. Facts. Anyway, let's get into the comments real quick. So S says, nah, it wasn't me that said that, LOL. Maybe Wiseborn is Observer. Observer says no. All right, who's gonna find Wiseborn? Somebody point out Wiseborn. We gotta find the coon out here. And don't point at me. I'm not the coon, man. Observer says no. Wiseborn is a convicted rapist. Damn, everybody got a past, right? Everybody got a past, right? I ain't gotta take no pussy. I ain't gotta take no pussy. What did Nas say? I don't have no game. It's just some women understand my story. It's been my motto. Anyway, Wiseborn says, that's why I said we got to let the dumb ones go. You got bucks like him and divested YouTubers moving to Iowa, rural Iowa, surprised that her fully black son is being discriminated against. We really need black and ADOS to mean something separate, the wheat from the chaff. Okay, Wiseborn, bro. I hope South Carolina is lit. Anybody ever been to South Carolina? If you've been to South Carolina, leave us your experience in the chat because maybe South Carolina is so lit, my black ass needs to go there because this bro, he's talking crazy. Black people can't move anywhere. According to Wiseborn, we should stay in the hoods we're in, the ghettos we're in. We should police our penis. We should police our hearts. We shouldn't try to do anything different than what's in the norm, right? According to Wiseborn logic, the niggas who sat down at the food counters that were segregated and they knew their asses were going to get beat up. They knew the white boys were going to grab them by the fucking collar. They knew that the police were going to come in there with batons just for ordering a fucking sandwich at the counter. Them niggas are coons. Them bedbugs. Why you trying to be up there with them white folks? That's Wiseborn's logic. Wiseborn, and any nigga who thinks like them is the ultimate enemy of our people. Hey, my thread got eight pages, man. We going platinum in this bitch. Yeah, I'm going platinum this time. Shout out to Zero. Shout out to Zero. Anyway, Ty Daniels back up in here. I ain't just talking about being called a nigga in public. He says in the video that Albania is his wife's country. That is what I'm talking about. Albania is not my wife's country. And I think maybe Ty Daniels is trying to defend me by saying I'm not a coon because I'm calling out anti-black racism, even if it's against the interests of somebody I'm with. I don't know. But I've talked about racism in my actual wife's home country of Turkey. And listen, uh, I have no fear about speaking out about my experience, about speaking out against anti-black racism. And it doesn't matter who I'm with or where I am, period. Period. And listen, I'm proud of everything I've said on this channel because I know I stand on my square and I know I'll defend myself and I'm willing to fight and die over every single word that comes out of my mouth. But whenever I make a mistake, I'm quick to retract it. Like I put up a live stream today and I took it down because I said something that, you know what, I ain't really feeling. I ain't really feeling that. So, any more information about Wiseborn would be very helpful. But a convicted rapist talking wild to me is just the wildest thing that's ever happened on my channel. So, Mowgli says, "Still waiting on a hug from the white man, huh? Lord have mercy. Ain't nobody waiting on a hug from the white man, unless white man is the last name of your mother, the big chested, hairy, moly faced, broad back bitch that popped you out of her coochie." If that's who white man is, if her name is like, I don't know, Letitia Whiteman, tell Letitia to come my way because we gonna pull the tracks out and we gonna spank her ass and tell her that her bitch ass son Mowgli is a hoe ass nigga who loves to talk to a real nigga. But we gonna give her that real nigga dick and then we gonna send her back your way, Mowgli. So I don't know who you're talking about. Ain't nobody waiting on a hug from the white man. But anyway, so brothers have to realize women are completely clueless when it comes to personal security. They feel like, well, I have a man with me with muscles. I'm safe. Not even considering the countless microaggressions that can turn dangerous if you react to them or don't react to them. Bruh clearly sprung to take a trip to Cacbania. I don't even understand what this man is saying, man. Maybe I'm too lit, or maybe these niggas don't know how to write. Oh, thank God I'm intelligent. Thank God I can write. Thank God I can put together sentences. Thank God I can articulate myself well. And thank God I am motherfucking fearless. Thank God I'm fearless. All right. Give thanks says crazy, isn't it? Okay. I mean, life is crazy. Leave my hairline alone. I love reading that name. Leave my hairline alone. Said, this is what you said. This is what you said, you fucking idiot. According to you, black men should just shut up and keep it moving when they get called nigga. Exactly. Like a lot of Albanians said, you know, oh, if you get called nigga, just ignore it. So if I was to say fuck Albania, would you just ignore it? If I were to piss on an Albanian flag, would you just ignore it? If I were to call you some slur for, inbred cracker motherfuckers, would you just ignore it? No, you wouldn't ignore it. You'd probably try to call me all sorts of and monkeys and uh that sort of stuff, and then we're going to pack each other out, and then you're going to be sent back in the coffin, and that's the way it goes. So no, I'm not going to let anybody call me nigga without getting any sort of payback. Period. Nobody is going to call me nigga in this lifetime and not get some sort of payback. That's just the way it is. And that applies to New York Puerto Ricans. New York Puerto Ricans. I can't believe y'all niggas let them Puerto Ricans call y'all niggas. Couldn't be me. Let's get into the comments real quick. Craig Mack says, yes, I lived in South Carolina, Spartanburg for 2 years. It's not late. It's hot and boring. Hey. Craig Mack said it, not me. Craig Mack said it, not me. But see, even with what Craig Mack said, I would want to still go see South Carolina myself, because I'm not a dumb nigga like Wiseborn. I'm not ignorant. I'm not going to say, oh, I heard South Carolina's boring, so I'm not going to pop up. I'll still pop up. I'll still pass through. I'll give Wiseborn's mama some long schlong and then be gone. That's it. I'll do that. But shit. Anyway, the president said, it's funny when brothers who don't marry black, which is perfectly fine, Kanye shrugged, turn into Malcolm X like they got to compensate for them being with someone not black. My homie like that, pro-black about everything, except he loved them pale, skinny white girls. That's funny. Now, does this condition exist? Yeah. It's called the beige complex. Malcolm X, light skin, Elijah Muhammad, light skin, J. Cole, light skin, uh, Jesse Jackson, light skin. Some of our most radical people, Huey P. Newton, light skin. I don't know what that's about. Bob Marley, half white. I don't know. I don't know what that's about when you're half white, but you want to turn up on them crackers. I don't know what that's about. But I'll just say this. Uh, I'm not anything different than what I was before. In fact, traveling abroad has made me more radical. Before I ever stepped foot in Tunisia, before I ever went outside of America, I used to think like, yo, racism can't be like what it is in America. Oh no, it's worse. It's worse in different places. The only difference between American racism and Albanian racism or the other places I've talked about is that I just won't die doing it. I just won't die like how I would in America, getting called, nigger in Wisconsin or something, and then they, clap my ass up. Ain't gonna happen in Serbia. Ain't gonna happen in Hungary. So, anyway, Zime or Zyme says she's actually Turkish, and a lot of Albanians don't like Turks. I don't know if that's actually true. I went to Albania, and they were doing a traditional Turkish dance, satanic style, and all of their food is Turkish. And on top of that, when we were in Kosovo, so many people spoke Turkish as a second language. You would think it was English. Like, Kosovo loves Turkey. Albania probably has like a, I don't know, uh, affection for Turkey. Turkey's building a lot of mosques in Albania and in Kosovo. I mean, a lot of Albanians probably travel to Turkey for work, because they don't know, they're not smart enough to know that Western Europe is that way. So then they end up going that way. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, really. I don't know. Do you want to answer that, Acty? You want to jump on that?
I don't know if Albanians like Turks. In general, Balkans don't have a little bit of beef with Turks because of the Ottoman Empire.
Hmm.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, in the Balkans, you'll. So my wife said, I don't know if you heard that on the live stream, but basically, like in the Balkans, a lot of people have anti-Turk feelings because the Turks, the big dick, hairy-chested, musky-smelling motherfuckers, pulled up on them horsebacks and whipped them white folks and put them in chains. Yeah, they had them blonde hair, blue-eyed girls by the back of their fucking nape, pulling them back to fucking Istanbul and was fucking the dog shit out of them in them harems. Yeah, they was doing all that shit back in the day. Turks were big dick motherfuckers running all through Europe, and they still pissy about it. They still pissy about it, so then they gotta pick on niggas. They still pissy about it because they gotta pick on niggas, because a lot of the Serbs, a lot of the Bosnians, a lot of the Croatians, a lot of the Albanians and Kosovars, they end up having to go into Istanbul and suck on Big Daddy Turk dick. Boy, them boys are cucks. And when white folks feel like other white folks are over them, they have to shit on niggas. Man, this is the realest, rawest live stream I done ever done. I am turned up right now. Y'all ain't never gonna see this again. Y'all ain't never gonna see this again. Uh, so I don't know what else is here. I lived in Spartanburg, South Carolina. For 2 years, I played in Myrtle Beach, Columbia, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina. Nothing was special. It was just really hot there, kind of like Louisiana. Yeah, I bet. I bet. So let's go into the next comment. Kali Mandingo hopped in this thing. He said, "Thanks, you old defeatist ass simp." Okay. They're going back and forth. Kali beef. I don't get in Kali beef. Hummingbird said, "Damn, I never had Albania on the list, but I appreciate him doing this. I sub to his channel. He should do Australia next. I would love to do Australia. My wife sent me a video, an article a few days ago talking about Australia declined to uh, acknowledge their indigenous people, like the Aboriginal people of Australia. That's a shame. They should acknowledge the original people of Australia. But I'll just say this: I'll still pull up in Australia, and I'll still do it. And I thank you, Hummingbird, for seeing the message, not the messenger. Right? You don't have to like me. You don't have to like the way I speak. You don't have to like anything about my life. But the message is very clear, and I will always be anti-white supremacy, pro pro black life. That's what I'm about on this channel. All right, dance like a fiend. Why would you even want to go there? Maybe because I thought they had nice beaches. Maybe because it's a very unique country in Europe. It's a Muslim country in Europe to some degree. They have a lot of mountains. I love mountains. I'm a person. Even though I am black, I am a person. I have things I like. I like the beach. I like mountains. I like Islam. I'm weird. I don't like pizza and ice cream that much. That's for sure. Bay Area says, not sure why the black man always gets blamed in these threads. He's not crying about his experience. He's just spreading awareness. Amen. Shout out to the Bay Area. Shout out to Oakland, San Jose, Richmond, all the real niggas out there. The realest nigga on YouTube is on here right now. Man, I'm turned right now. For real. Uh, Told Jay Simpson, all my experiences with Albanian people have been very negative, and I found them to be very prejudiced. And some, I assume, are good people. Hey, shout out to Told Jay Simpson. Yeah, we shouldn't judge an entire people by the actions of a few, but we can judge a culture that allows some things to permeate within certain people. You get what I'm saying? If Albanians are running around yelling nigga to a random black tourist and they don't know who I am, imagine what they're saying in their homes and imagine what other people are letting slide in that thing. You know what I mean? American Melanin. He married a crack ass cracker. His wife finds it amusing when that happens. I don't think she finds it amusing. Acty, do you find it amusing when I get called nigga in the street? No. And for anybody who wants to know, no, we don't do race play. I know this is probably in the back of your minds. In the back of your minds, you probably think Simon lays down with his beautiful, big bootied, sexy wife, and they do race play all day. I be calling her all sorts of cracker ass cracker, and then she be calling me all sorts of nigga ass nigga. Give me that big dick nigga. You probably think we do all that in the bedroom. Hell no. I'm not into race play. I'm not into any of that nasty stuff y'all be thinking about and y'all be watching on the internet. None of that. None of that. My wife and I have regular, vanilla relations. Anyway, Blessed Koala tried to skim through the first video since OP didn't include the cliff time, but I have seen the funniest fucking transition in existence. Kali Passport Bray looks at flyer of John's in blackface, or in his case, black skin. You want to be black but hate black people. Camera cuts to his fair skinned wife. Well, on that note, I'm going to play World of Warcraft. Should I really take the opinion of somebody who plays World of Warcraft seriously? This is a white man, and his opinion does not matter. Richard Glidewell. Uh, in a crack ass country that has no international sway of any kind, yes, nobody gonna care. He should have been expecting it and set his mind accordingly. He should have been expecting it and set his mind accordingly. He should have. He just screaming into the wind right now because he's not about to get sympathy from anybody, black crack ass cracker or otherwise. I never asked for sympathy. I just asked for people to listen. Everything I release is very academic and very well thought out. Even when I'm doing this right now, I know what I'm doing. I'm in full control of my functions right now, even though I am very lit. Woo! Even though I am very lit, I am still speaking from a place of, how can I say, restraint. I'm still speaking from a place of confidence, and I want everything that I say to be coming across very clearly to everybody. Albania right now is a nowhere in the world. Most people couldn't find it on the map. It's a it's a kind of a trashy country. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it absolutely real. But who knows what it could be in the future? The people might still be the same, even if Albania were to turn around right now and be the hot spot where everybody wants to go in the future. If it becomes the Dubai in the future, we don't want people going to Dubai of Europe in the future and then people getting called nigga in the street and they weren't warned. My video is to warn y'all. They will call y'all nigga in the street in Albania. They call you Zezak. They call you slave. They call you all sorts of stuff. That's what y'all need to know. Don't worry about this big booty, sexy, curly haired, white woman I'm with. Black people really need to stop going to places where they are not wanted. Okay, so we should leave Earth. Justin Black said that. Let's leave Earth, black people. Black people, we're leaving Earth. We obviously aren't wanted here. So let's leave. Okay. Stack or starve. Stack or starve. Uh, couldn't get past 6 minutes of his first video. Dude is annoying. Constantly compared to this to that. In Tunisia is like this, and Indonesia is like that. Yeah, nigga, it might be annoying to you because you broke, nigga. Bro, you never left. Bro, you must have never left some middle of the town, some town in the middle of nowhere in like Kansas or Kentucky or Arkansas. Yeah, I might be annoying to a nigga who never saw the other side of the hood across the street. Yeah, I'm annoying to niggas like you. Let's go here. Wiseborn liked that comment. Yeah, Wiseborn is a hater. A lot of people hate me because of my life. Even though I'm going through some real shit right now, shit that I don't even talk about on YouTube. Even though I'm going through some real shit right now, I still realize I live a privileged life. And a lot of niggas would die to have my life. A lot of niggas would die to have my wife. A lot of niggas would die to have my experiences. I know I'm very special. I'm special. I'm blessed. I'm black. I'm melanated, handsome, sexy, chocolate, and intelligent. God damn, I'm the motherfucking shit. Niggas wish they were me, so they want to hate on me, period. And I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. This is what happens to Louisiana niggas wherever we go. We special, we shine, we do whatever we can, and we boss up. Craig Mack checking out. Catch you on the next live tomorrow. Peace to you, Craig Mack. We're still going to roast every comment here. I got a bunch of time until my next class. My next class is at 11 o'clock. All right, so Chicago said he gonna fuck around and find out traveling to those places with their women. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck around and find out that I can bust nuts anywhere across the world. That's what I found out. I think I can continue to do it. All right. Big money grip. All I know is Albanians are with the shits. No, they are not. I literally showed it out on camera. I was out there with my lonely ass black ass self, these two hands, and my wife. Ain't nobody do nothing. Ain't nobody do nothing. I told Albanians I would be here on Friday at 12 o'clock. Ain't nobody pull up when I was talking the truth about my experiences in Albania. Albanians are not with the shits. They ain't with nothing. They ain't got shit to be with the shits. All right. Ty Daniels up in the thread again. They're having beef. Idiot motherfucker, you gonna get the wrong one. I didn't say none of that dumb shit you posted. You had to make us some shit and claim I said it. Bitch made behavior. Okay, so Shug Shot Me says, not many people know there was an Albanian speaking black community in what is now Montenegro, descended from slaves who had been brought there from North Africa. But they were pogging too hard, like Boxer, Rizo Serla, and now they are gone. So here are the black Albanians who are the descendants of slaves that were brought from the Turkish Empire and that sort of thing. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, here's the brother here. Nice suit he's got on. Here's another brother here. When I first saw this picture, I thought this lady had her hand in his pocket. That's what I really thought. I said, oh, they were nasty. They were freaks. A lot of people think Albanian girls are lookers. They got a nice schnoz on them, man. Yeah, these Albanian girls are not that hot. Not that hot. A lot of people told me, man, the Albanian girls are really, lookers, but they're not. They're really not. But yeah, there were black people there, but I'm sure they dealt with hella racism there too. And their story is very interesting. That goes to show you stuff like this is our stories are lost to time. I'm sure this brother had enough time. I'm sure this brother had enough stories to fill 5 volumes of books. Like black men like this and like this and like this saw a totally different world than what we know. And these are the ancestors that I admire and look up to. Because when I see these men, I see myself in another lifetime. And just think about how many millions of black men were traveled across Sahara sands, traveled across seas to then go work for the service of another man who just happened to have more power than him. And they their stories were lost. That's the crazy thing about our people. Our people are resilient, brilliant, and beautiful, and we are able to adapt and succeed and thrive in any situation, even in Albania. I'm sure this brother was the man. I'm sure this brother was the man. I'm sure a lot of these brothers were the man. You got to be the man. And for anybody looking at me, you're seeing the man right here. These are our people. And ain't nobody a coon, ain't nobody a buck, ain't nobody no negative term for any black man who survives this world. Period. You're only a coon if you're speaking out against our people and siding with the enemy. All right. So Ozzy jumped in here. He said, wow, interesting. Ozzy said, honestly, I feel like there might have been less racism in that area back then. Am I crazy? I don't know, Ozzy. I don't know. I don't know really what to say about that. All I know is, it's not easy being in a situation where you're the only black face in a place. That's what I'll say. Noriega said lived above an Albanian family for a few years as a teen. They was friendly and mother would always send plates of food up to us. Damn, bro, you must have ate a lot of pizza. Hoods Be Good said swirl goals. Okay. I hope my relationship with my wife is goals because we have a very good relationship. We're great. Leave my hairline alone. Jumped in here. The wrong one. The fuck you gonna do other than type in all caps? You little bitch ass crack ass cracker. Oh, see, I knew that was a white man. Daniels might be a white man. I don't know. Or Ty Daniels might be on my side. I don't know. I'm too lit. Vertigo Nights. I wonder if he visited Sarajevo. Much nicer people, less of the fuckery of Albania. Yeah, I visited Sarajevo. It was cool. I did get followed around in the store over there. Nothing really much to do in Sarajevo except go hiking. A lot of bad air pollution. Been to Sarajevo multiple times, never had issues. Albania, though, felt a little more dicey. Yeah, Sarajevo's cool. Good food. Good food in Sarajevo. Word to Big Body Best. I knew that was Big Body Best in the picture. So they love to act black when they immigrate here, though. Here's a picture of Action Bronson doing the dance. All right. It sounds like he goes all over the place. Yeah, here's a recent video I did, a message from a black American to Africans when they see white people in Africa. Yeah, go check that video out. Ty Daniel says, crack ass cracker, you're both bitch made and stupid. You and anybody else go through my post history. Ain't no crack ass cracker here. You mumble mouth bitch. I'm black, you fucking retard. I got history of defending black folks on here. How about you? This video is not going to be monetized. I'm cursing like a sailor. Throbbing Hood. I cannot read this man's name. No, that's horrible. Throbbing Hood. Okay. He looked at the pictures of the black Albanians. Poggin has a rich, deep history. That's funny. That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell. All right, let's go to this part. Wiseborn again. I'm so sick of Wiseborn. Yep, they're killing fellow Slavs, and homie walked his weird ass over there. We bombed the fuck out of that area 30 years ago before the Albanian kids were indoctrinated to hate Americans. Niggas don't even bother to pick up a book or read a newspaper. I do, Wiseborn. I read, I study, and I go places. I don't just get told things by the internet. Listen, Wiseborn, if you know more about Albania, if you know more about the world than me, I encourage you to take those South Carolina dollars you earn and fly across the world and see it for yourself. Trust me, the world is much better than Spartansburg. All right. Damn, are we on page 5 already? Well, so Wiseborn said, well, that's complicated. Albania, like Serbia, was nominally part of the Ottoman Empire. No, it wasn't nominally part. It was definitely a part of the Ottoman Empire. They conquered that whole thing, then took Hungary too. So, hey, man, don't. Hey, I know I talked about racism in Turkey, but you got to give it up to the Ottomans. Them big dick niggas pulled up and, laid it down. They laid it down. They told them Svetlanas, get down or lay down. And so, hey, give it up for the Turks. I don't cape for the Ottoman Empire because you know what they did to us. But I'm just saying, don't say they nominally controlled Serbia. Now they had that bitch on lock. They're still drinking Turkish coffee in Belgrade today. They make horrible burdak. They eating horrible chavapi. They really trying to be Turkish still in Serbia. Basically, they're the same people and fought against the Turks when the Ottoman Empire broke up. Religion is the main thing that divides them. I love a smart, dumb nigga, and Wiseborn is a smart, dumb nigga. All right. Point out a few controlled examples to prove a point, Brez. The point is today that the Albanian mob runs out Albania. Shit is like a Balkan, Sicily, or Colombia. I don't know. Listen, when I was there, I didn't have any trouble as far as my safety, and I wasn't in mob ties and stuff. Though I did sit down with the hostel owner, and he said, Albania is really that. He's been in Albania for like a decade or so. And the hostel owner that I stayed with in Tirana, he sat down with us while we were having dinner. He was like, yeah, they really be pushing weed and coke and all that through Albania. Okay, all right. I don't really care. I'm not in the streets. All right. Leave my hairline alone says prove it. Oh, and the irony of you claiming this while simultaneously condoning the racism the Bray is experiencing in Albania, you stupid crack ass cracker. Yeah. No black man should be defending another black man being called nigga by non-black people. If you do that, you're a con, not me. All right. Wise born. I'm so sick of seeing this name. This man stay on my penis. All right. What were you doing over there? Were you Mill? See, this is why I thought people were thinking I'm in the thread. I'm not in this thread. I'm not Vertigo Knights. I'm not anybody. I don't go by any other name online than Simon Hill. So you'll know it's me because I put my full name out there because I'm a real one. I don't hide behind no screen names, no nothing like that. All right. What were you doing over there? Were you Mill? I heard that Croatia was a country that nomad capitalists recommended. This is a cracker, bro. Wiseborn is a crack ass cracker. Because who watches Nomad Capitalist? I watch his videos sometimes and I can't get into that. So North Carolina was probably right, but the whole NC, what is NC? NC was probably right, but the whole of Eastern Europe, you never know how you as a black man is going to be accepted. How would you know, Wiseborn? You ain't came out of your hood. I doubt if they'll cut your head off if you doing some tourist shit, but I don't know how about holding hands and making plans in Serbia like it's all good. They may not trip, or you could be a hashtag depending on the situation. I mean, yeah, black men have died at the hands of Serbians, like Bakari Henderson. Shout out to him. Rest in peace. All that being said, there's a subgenre of black YouTubers that go off to off beaten path countries. Jay Focused has been to Kazakhstan. Can't even spell Kazakhstan. Can't even spell Kazakhstan and want to talk spicy. Eating horse meat with ex communist hoes and was untouched. I love to know his secret. The reason other black YouTubers go on to Pakistan or Uzbekistan or some off-beaten place is because they edit out all the parts where they were walking down the streets and little kids are calling them nigger. They cut that out. I put in my videos me at the beach, me playing football with Kosovo kids or Albanian kids, and at the same time in the same video I leave the part where some retard comes up to me and says fuck nigga. I leave that in when I see blackface. I talk about the good, bad, and ugly in every place because black people don't need to be on YouTube just caping for white people and white validation. I will take all the hate in the world to stand on what I believe in and to let people know what it is outside. I know I'm special. I know a lot of y'all will never get to be able to do what I do and see what I see. So I'm letting y'all know. Y'all should be thankful to what I do. Y'all read it in a book. Y'all look on YouTube. Y'all think what it is on the other side. Y'all won't be able to do that, most likely. And if y'all do, y'all won't have the heart or the courage or the guts to actually say what goes down. You'd rather put up a video that gets 10,000 views and 20,000 likes and all that stuff. Me, I'd rather have a video with 2,000 views, 50 million dislikes, and a bunch of white racists in my comments because I know I triggered a nerve. Who you want to be? Who you want to be? Nat Turner, the preacher that was preaching to the slaves, or Nat Turner that killed Massa? I know who I want to be. Nat Turner, the preacher, oh, white validation. Everybody let him learn how to read. Everybody let him travel all across the state on behalf of Massa. I know who I want to be. I know who I want to be. Who do you want to be? Anyway, Batsuit said, okay, that's easy. Poggin makes feel good. Okay. And yeah, that's Lionel Richie, I think. I don't know who that is. Ty Daniels back in here. Okay, they're going back and forth. All right. I ain't gonna prove shit to you. If the mods need proof, I got them. And I didn't condone racism, you ignorant, poor reading comprehension bitch. I said black men and women who actually care about the negative effects of racism should marry black. Okay, that's Ty Daniels. Yeah, that's a coon. I married a black woman. Did you? Sure you did. Sure you did, Ty Daniels. Sure. King Zaire says, if you're a black American scared of racism or discrimination, then you shouldn't go anywhere, not even out your own house. Go wherever the fuck you want. Anti-blackness is everywhere. That's my statement. King Zaire says exactly what's in my heart. Cheers to you, good sir. So, third world. Pogging is a hard life for these tragic coons. Mm, it sure is hard. It sure is hard. Because I get rock hard every time I see your mama third world. Rock hard. Nothing glamorous about it. Don't let the Bucks fool you. They get yelled at, shot at, spat at, and ran out of small towns. Have some pride, black man. Ain't nobody run me out of nowhere. Ain't nobody spit on me. Ain't nobody shot at me yet. Did I get yelled at? Yeah. And then what did I do when somebody yelled at me and my wife? Oh, I confronted them like a man. Stood on my two like a man. Came to everybody like a man. Every single time. When the camera was on or off. I never try to back down from nobody. So yeah, it's tragic being so courageous. And it's tragic. Check 100, cape for Albanians, bruh. Yeah, I didn't cape for Albanians, but I think a lot of people in the forum are on this thread. Tayer says, you have to remember these cats are mentally broken black men that are angry. A Bre is married to a black woman. So their vitriol towards him is because of that. They are big mama's boys, though, through and through, and act as attack dogs. As for the Bre in the video, good on him on documenting the bullshit. Always document things so there is a record of it. And I am similar. Anywhere I go, I act as though I belong. If someone got a problem with it, they will 99% of the time keep that to themselves. And then he does the Sammy Sosa. I think that's Sammy Sosa. Not sure who's. I don't know baseball like that. Anyway, yeah. Shout out to Tayer. Exactly. Listen, man. Everywhere you go in America, the white folks looking at you like, nigga, do you belong here? When you're at school, nigga, do you belong here? You're at the bank, nigga, do you belong here? Shit. Going to a certain restaurant, nigga, do you belong here? At certain clubs, nigga, do you belong here? Shit, just because the way white folks make us feel dictate what we should do. I'm asked. That's a serious question. Oh, that's Manny Ramirez, says Ozzy. Okay. Anyway, should what white folks do to us or how they look at us dictate what we do? Hell no. Hell no. If that's how you live your life, you're anti-black. If you live your life like that, thinking them white folks not gonna like me, oh no, bro, we can't be going over there. Them white folks gonna be so mad at us. Shit, they might call us nigga. I don't give a fuck. Let them call me nigga. I'll put it on camera or I'll pack somebody out in this bitch. I know y'all think I'm talking tough on camera, but bro, I'm really from Louisiana. I'm ready to die. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. I'm turned. X says she don't look good enough to get called the N-word for it. Right. She looked good enough to get called slave for it, boy. I said it. I said it. I love my motherfucking wife. I will never divorce her. I will never split up with her. She don't know she married Will Smith. She don't know she married Will Smith. We ain't getting a divorce. We ain't breaking up. Actor, you want to say something?
Yeah. This is a dumb comment because I'm not the reason that they call you the N word. The reason is that they're racist.
Right, exactly. She don't look good enough to get called the N-word for it. So Acti said that the reason they called me the N-word is not because I'm with a white woman. It's because I'm black. My black ass, every time I was in Albania, whether I was with my wife or not, got called some sort of racial slur outside. I don't think y'all understand how racist Albania is. It's so racist. Albania is so racist. I feel like I'm doing a Jerry Seinfeld stand-up. It's so racist. The Ku Klux Klan said, golly. Yeah, bullshit joke. Bad joke. Bad joke. But you get the idea. It's bad. And just because I'm with my beautiful, sexy, white wife does not mean I'm going to get called nigger more. God. All right. Third world. Even Western Europe, you're asking for it. Eastern Europe is a no go area. Okay. Third world. I hate seeing crack ass tourists walking all over black nations without a single worry as no one abuses them. Yet when we go to theirs, we get treated like shit. Absolutely. My wife and I went to Africa. For anybody who's watching this live stream now or watched my videos, please go watch the videos I did in Africa. If not on my channel, on the second channel I made with my wife, Backpack Bandits. White people go to Europe and get treated like gods. But we as black men and black women should expect to go to Europe and get treated like shit and be okay with it. No, it's not okay. It's not okay that white people get the extra treatment, and it's not okay that we get treated like shit. If you're in a touristic place, we expect to be treated like tourists. I want people coming up to me selling overpriced beads, offering me marijuana on the beach. That's all I want. I don't want to get called nigga in the streets. Period. And that's what you should expect if you go to Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, Kenya, Tanzania, Tunisia, Albania, wherever. If you spend your hard earned money, yeah, damn right. Damn right. I spent thousands of dollars in Albania. I should not expect to be called nigger for it. Period. All right. Green Ghost said passport bros hate him. I hope they do hate me because I really dislike passport bros. Noir Dinosaur says the cause of the Albanian war are complex and multifaceted. One of the main causes was the longstanding ethnic tensions. I really don't care about this. I'm skipping this comment because I don't care. Your boy Sick says, why didn't he hop out the car and say it to his face? Why try to hurt him with words in passing instead of putting hands on him? I'm sure beating up the black guy would hurt worse than name calling. I'm so confused by this statement. I don't know uh, what exactly. Nobody said it. Well, at least in the video, nobody said it out of the car in passing instead of putting hands on him. I'm so confused by this. I don't understand what this statement means. Anyway, I'm getting past this. So we're on page 6. We're almost done with this live stream. NY Chase 718 says, that looks like KKK hooded ghosts. Yeah, yeah, it does in the Ghostbusters meme. Looks like KKK hooded ghosts. All right, actually 6'3" says, "Huh? I don't think having a spouse of a different race absolves you of not being a victim of racism. This goes for anyone. Y'all sound like Lipstick Alley more and more on this site. Yeah, absolutely, man. Whether you're with a black woman, black man, white woman, whatever, man. We're in this world, unfortunately, where our skin is our sin. We're in a world where our skin is our sin, and there's nothing we can do about it other than fight against white supremacy with our words, our voice, and our lives. I don't care how many people call me the N word. I'm still going to live my life. I don't care how many people call me a bedbuck, a coon, an Uncle Tom, a stepping fetch. I don't give a fuck because I know who I am. I know what I believe in, and I know what I stand on, and I'm always going to stand on that. Son Goku says, Pog Panther set. Pro black about everything except he loved them pale skinny white girls. Pog Panther set. I'm not Pog set. I'm big booty set. If there's a big booty, I'm gonna do my duty. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? International S. So Brad looks like, excuse me, did you say something? You can't tell me nothing. That's funny. That's funny. This is a funny picture, and that's a funny meme. Don Reed says, word B. Went to school with a bunch of, if Albanian love the N word and hip hop. They crazy as hell. Two drunk savages. I don't know who he's talking about. The Albanians do love the N word in hip hop. My wife and I weren't drunk in the video, at least every Black Sit video I made or video talking about racism in Albania, and we weren't drunk. Ty Daniels is still going back and forth with people. Brad, I didn't say that it did. I said that black men and women who actually care about the negative effects of racism should marry black folks. How does okay, I didn't imply or absolve the racists of their actions, nor did I imply that us are not a victim of racism for dating out. Fuck the racists. What I said is very simple. When I have experienced racist bullshit on a day-to-day basis, I confide in my black wife and vice versa. She gets it. She understands. I can never get the same level of understanding from a non-black woman. That is all I'm saying. Well, Ty Daniels, if you said that from the beginning, that's actually a pretty strong argument. There is an argument to make. I'm not going to discount this argument that Ty Daniels make that black people should be with some black people, like in marriages or relationships, not to protect the race or protect our genes, but because of the mutual understanding of what it is to be black in a white supremacist world. I actually think that's a very strong argument, and I understand that. And I understand, and I'll be honest with you, from my opinion, there are certain things that my wife probably will never understand and that I have explained to her, even if they're the same topic we've talked about 5 or 10 times before, that she doesn't understand. And that's perfectly fine. But I would argue that every person in this world deserves to be with somebody who loves and respects them. And you will never fully understand your wife's life. Think about this. We as men are with women, and we will never understand the pain they go through with periods, the fear they have of pregnancy, what it's like to be sexually harassed daily and consistently, thinking about what to wear to make sure you don't get catcalled or abused at the office and that sort of thing. Everybody has an experience of somebody in their life that they cannot fully understand and grasp. So, Ty Daniels, you're making a very, very, very prescient and salient point. But does that mean that you should only select a black woman? For you, as a black man, if it's very, very, very important that your wife understands everything and totally entirety of your experience, then yes, go for it. Be with that black woman if that's really what you want. For me, For me personally, as long as you understand white supremacy, how it affects the minds of people, and that I'm explaining this idea to you, where you can see how this idea actually exists in the world, and you understand that, that's enough for me. You don't have to understand. And if you do understand that, then you will understand generally what I'm talking about. So when I tell my wife, okay, I went to the grocery store today and there was a security guard following me around, she's not going to say, well, maybe he just wanted to help you out or talk to you. No, 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 no. I've never heard that from my wife, and I would not accept that from my wife. And I think she knows better than to say that, not because she's scared of me, but because she understands that many places in the world view blackness with negativity and tie it to criminality. You get what I'm saying? Or people have called me racial slurs. And then she says, well, it's not racism really. Maybe they were just doing this or doing that. Listen, I don't care who you are. If you're black or white and you make excuses for white supremacy or that sort of thing, you're absolutely wrong. So I think Ty Daniels with his, you know, pancake tittied, uh, bad breath smelling, uh, hook clawed toenail bitch that he lays up with, whatever he's laying up with, that wildebeest he calls a wife, I'm sure she makes him happy. But Ty Daniels, love your wife, but don't come for mine. Because if I catch you in public, and I'm not going to catch you in public, we're not going to do internet beef, but you would never say this to my face. Because if you saw this very broad shouldered, handsome black man coming up to you, you would not saw any of that shit, especially while I'm around with my wife. Ain't nobody disrespecting me in front of my wife, period. And you niggas, your teeth would be in the back of your tonsils. Your teeth will be in the back of your mouth. For real. I'm lit right now. I'm holding my piss. Boy, if you knew how bad I had to piss, but I'm gonna get through all of this. This is the rawest live stream I've ever done. The other live stream today did not count. This is the one that matters. Afro Droid says, go to crack ass cracker countries and don't expect racism buck breasts. Uh I expect racism in every place I go. I don't expect to be called nigga in the streets. Ozzy says I should take a piss break. Should I take that piss break? I can do this holding it. I'm a big boy, but I'll do it, man. I'll do it for y'all. I just don't want people to get out of the stream. You know what I mean? I don't want people to leave the stream because I got to let the stream go. But you know what? I'll do it. Acty, you want to take over? You're going to take over? I want you to talk to the people, Acty. I want you to tell them about your experience and what you think of these comments and everything. You know what I mean? So once once again, my wife can hold it down. She's gonna hold it down while I let the stream go. Acty's gonna talk to y'all, build with y'all. Y'all be nice to her. But even if y'all ain't nice, I'm gonna come back and lay down the law. Let's go.
Hi, everyone. This is weird. I'm not as good at this as Simon is, but okay, I don't know what to say. I just want to say that, I support Simon in everything he does, and if you guys only knew what goes in the background, like, he's a very educated man. He reads articles, and he taught me so much in the course of our relationship. And he's like a workaholic, and he's just someone who tries to see everyone's point of view. And I truly, truly, truly believe that he stands up for his own people, and that's one of the reasons that I love him. Like, I'm so proud of him that he doesn't like accept any bullshit from anybody, regardless of me. In our relationship, there were times that, like, we argued about racism and all of that stuff. There were things that I didn't see or understand, but yeah, I don't know. Now I know better than that. And he taught me so much, like, so, like, I don't know what else I can say. Do you want to take over or no? Okay. he he wants to take a little smoke break. Should I read the comment, or should I don't know what to talk. Okay. um XXOG Legend XX said, "What? A European country is racist towards black people? No way." Um, I guess this, like, he says, like, of course he expects racism everywhere. Like, Simon always says that, the anti-blackness is everywhere around the world. But then also, like, when he did his videos on Albania, everyone was like, saying, oh, he's expecting racism, so that's why he's like so um sensitive about it and all of those things. But at the same time, he has this point of view that, like, no, I don't want to go somewhere and I don't want to think about like being called a racist and, sorry, being called the N word and racial slurs and all of that. Like, I don't want to think about that when I'm going somewhere as a tourist. So at the same time, he goes everywhere with a certain positivity, a certain hope that those people would, like, no matter what they think in the back of their heads, that they will, like, respect him as a person, as a human being. And there's a reality to it. Yes, he is expecting some anti blackness, but then he's also not assuming that people are going to call him racial slurs and like be at least be like outwardly racist. So I guess that's my comment on that comment. Okay. Haitian Patty. He responded to this comment and said, "Yeah, and their woman will fuck all the black dudes, and when they get mature, they will marry an Albanian dude. I feel bad for their men. They don't realize their girls are leftover dinner. LOL." Oh God. Okay, I'm not Albanian. I'm from Turkey. I never liked Turkish guys. Sorry. Just because I don't feel like I match them in that level. Anyways, this is not about my dating life. Um, I I don't know what to say about this. I'm bad at like replying to comments. Like, I don't know, like, love whoever you want. um Weapon Man said, like Denny's, to this comment. I don't know what that means. I'm not American. I don't know what Denny's is. Okay, let's read the comments. Was it love at first sight? Ozzy said, was it love at first sight between you and Simon? I mean, we met on Tinder, and I guess like first after we texted a couple of times, we did a FaceTime, and in that FaceTime, I knew that I was interested in him, and I knew that he wasn't like the other guys that I ever like chatted with or met, because he was asking me really interesting questions. He was actually like engaged in the conversation, and we were like, talking about deep stuff even in our first conversation. So I knew that he was special. And then on our first date, I did feel like it was something special. So I don't know if that's love at first sight. I don't really believe in that, but I did felt like the butterflies. You want to take over? Okay. Well, thank you guys.
All right. So I'm back. I'm back now. Love my wife so much. So yeah, we're in this thing together. And that's what I'm saying, guys. You have to find somebody who's willing to speak up for you and respect you as a man. You don't want to get a Jada. You don't want to get a Jada. I hope my wife will never Jada me and emasculate me. Now she's always gonna have my side. She's always gonna ride with me. And that's what I hope you get. Doesn't matter if she's white. Doesn't matter if she's chocolate. Doesn't matter what she looks like. She's got to be fine and she got to be on your side. You feel me? I hope you get that. Anyway, Roy Jones says, Bray, it's crazy that there are very few places on the planet that a black man can visit and not be met with racism. Yeah, that's crazy too. And that was one of the hardest things I had to realize as I started traveling the world. I was inspired to travel when I read Malcolm X's story. Malcolm X is one of the big reasons that I became conscious. I read the autobiography of Malcolm X when I was about 11 or 12, man. And yeah, Malcolm X's story, for those who don't know, basically criminal, pimp, thief, goes to prison, converts to Islam, becomes the leading member of the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam is teaching a twisted version of the religion. He ends up traveling to Mecca and prays next to people with blonde hair and blue eyes from Albania. That's the crazy thing. I was inspired by Malcolm X to travel the world because he went to Mecca and met some non-racist Albanians. That's the craziest thing. If you've read Malcolm X's autobiography, he says this. I prayed next to a man with blonde hair and blue eyes, and Elijah Muhammad told me that white people could not enter Mecca. And Malcolm X enters Mecca and he ends up eating from the same plate with his own fingers, a white man from Albania with blonde hair and blue eyes. And that I read that when I was a kid, and I was like, maybe it's not like America. Maybe the rest of the world isn't like what we have going on. That's the craziest thing. Life will show you so much. And yes, it is crazy that there is very few places in the world that I've been that I have not experienced explicit anti-black racism. This is one of the funniest comments I ever saw. Jamal515 says Albania, Jay-Z stank face. That's hilarious. Just the name alone. I mean the name, you know, what did Biggie Small say? Make my name taste like ass when you speak it. That's how I feel about Albania, man. And that's how people probably feel after they watch my videos, man. Oh, Albania. That's funny. Amestafu Emeritus says OP should have time stamped it, but he explains why he travels to those places in the first video as a bred from Louisiana. He wants to document places for other breds who might never have the opportunities to go and specifically show black people what it is around the globe. That seems aware to me, not like just got that seems to me not like he just got a wake up call. I don't think he expected acceptance, but not that level of hostility either. Absolutely. Who is this man? As Amestafu. This is the thing, man. People did not watch the entire video because after I got called nigga in the video, I went on a full 3-minute diatribe where I broke down everything about Albania and what's wrong with their fucking culture and how they think it's okay to be disrespectful to black people. Bro, please, before you leave a comment on one of my videos, watch it all. You cannot go to your English class in high school and write a book report if you did not read the entire book and expect to get an A. Everybody in this section gets an F. Honestly, everybody who's ever watched one of my videos and did not talk about the diatribe, the 3-minute rant that I went on talking about how in Albania they think they are black, but they are not. How in Albania they think it's okay to yell racial slurs at black people, but it's not. Nobody said anything about that. And honestly, even the people that are on my side and the people that have been criticizing me, all of y'all get an F. Because in that very first video that was posted in this thread, I went off on why it's wrong to disrespect black people in Albania and why it's wrong the Albanians act the way they do and speak the way they speak in their language about us. I went off about that. And yet and still nobody says anything about that. That's a very important point. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. That's man. Anyway, I did not get a Negro wake up call. I knew I was black and I knew what the world was up, how the world was going to treat me as a black person. I've been woke since I was 11, since I read the autobiography of Malcolm X. You feel me? So, no, I did not get a Negro wake up call. Y'all don't see me cooning and buffooning on the internet. Y'all don't see me tap dancing and smiling and grinning for white people on the internet. I don't do that. I don't do that. Anyway, let's get into the comments. Acti says, I think, though, that's the power of religion, or at least Islam. I imagine when people are in Mecca, they feel like holy people, maybe almost like prophets. Akden Shaheen said, and they might feel like acting like the most angelic people on earth. Yeah, possibly. And that's one of the things that inspired me to become Muslim. Ideology, I believe, is the most powerful thing on earth. Our ideas are more powerful than our material reality, right? And I think the ideas that can be shared in a religion are so powerful that it can make people act against their basest instincts. It's natural for people to some extent to say, my people, my tribe, my nationality, my religion is better than yours because we are superior, especially if you are physically different. Oh God, we are absolutely different than yours. Our people are more beautiful. Our people are smarter. Our people are X, Y, and Z more than yours. In a lot of ways, we don't act like our basic tribalistic, animalistic caveman self because of the ideas that we've been taught. Let's keep it absolutely real. Let's keep it absolutely real. It's very natural for people who are white to some extent to feel like we are superior than yours. But we've been taught and ingrained over time to think that no, that is not right. And that's the right way to think because white people and black people are the same. There's no superior people on the planet. A lot of people might resort to that when they don't have anything. And that's why we see a lot of stupid, ignorant white people become white supremacists. And a lot of stupid, ignorant black people say dumb shit like How can you not expect there to be racism or to be called the N word in Eastern Europe? You get what I'm saying? I hope I'm all making sense to you. I'm absolutely lit, but this is the rawest live stream, and we're almost done with this thread. So, Baba, that seems aware to me, not like he just got a wake up call. I don't think he expected acceptance, but not that level of hostility either. And thanks to his sacrifice, we can see and know better. Country looks like shit anyway. Thank you. It's a sacrifice. It's absolutely a sacrifice. It's absolutely a sacrifice. This is green book material I'm doing on my channel, people. It's not easy. It's not cheap. It's not fun. But I do this because I truly believe in what I'm doing. And you niggas who hate on me don't believe in anything other than commenting and being negative. Y'all niggas don't believe in anything other than being than than on the sidelines while real niggas outside. You feel me? So Brez need to have a racism ranking for black travelers. Yes, that's what I do on my channel. Racism rankings. So, also, while perusing the comments, there is someone talking about an African woman being raped and left in a coma there in previous months while the perps walked. No, the African woman was killed by Albanians there, and the killers walked away. A benefit of people being on code is we can start to share these experiences, document them, and so forth. People who say there is no benefit in unity fail to see that that racism is global and the response has to be unified globally. Even though Amastafu didn't, comment on the diatribe I made, shout out to him. This is exactly what I want to do. You don't have to like how I live my life, but focus on the message. Focus on the message. So, Lucky Lefty. I bet they love Tupac and 50 Cent, though. That's the funny thing. Uh, that's a comment from Iverson64. No different than any school in a football, basketball, baseball, sports, crazy state, America. Yeah, it's the same. America hates men like 50 Cent, but they love 50 Cent. And by the way, 50 Cent is in Budapest today, and my broke ass can't go see him. I know. I should be outside partying, listening to Get Rich or Die Trying live, but hey, whatever. Anyway, weather so breezy. We Albanians are the most racist people of the world, you idiot. We are the only white people with balls. I don't know where that comment was from, but that's real. Yeah, Albanians are hella racist and they are proud of it. You don't believe. I deleted so many comments of Albanians saying, yeah, we're racist. What? They are proud of it. And I didn't want to embarrass them like that. Problematic Pat jumped in here. This is the creator of the thread. Crack ass crackers, Arabs, and Persian chicks that grew up in areas with a black population over 20%. Acty didn't want to comment about this, but listen, I'll comment about it. There's this belief that some people have that white women only sleep with black men during their experimental phase, and then they end up marrying white dudes or other off whites and that sort of thing. Um, yeah, that's something I noticed is that a lot of white women, when they get old and they can no longer have kids, like post menopause, then that's when they start going to black men sometimes. Sometimes. I'm keeping it real. I just noticed this. I don't want to try to correlate that to anything in particular, but I'm just putting that out there. This is what I've noticed. Like when I watch 90 Day Fiance, how come, it's the old white woman who already have 4 or 5 blonde hair, blue eye babies. Now they want to get some big Nigerian dude. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about that. I don't know. I'm not correlating that to anything. I'm just putting out what I noticed. Anyway, problematic Pat jumped in here again. Was for the streets from middle school to early 20s. Now they married with kids with a dude from their racial or ethnic background. Yeah. I was going to tell a story, but I'm not going to tell that story. But shout out to Palestine. Shout out to Palestine. All right. Oh, Zyme. Okay, Zyme posted the live. Zyme posted the live. He's live now reacting to this thread. Hey, shout out to Zyme. I'm reacting to this thread. Y'all more than welcome. All the people in the collie that I just roasted saying I was going to fuck your mamas, I was going to push your teeth back in, that you are some coons who live in South Carolina who ain't never left your hood. Y'all could have came in here and came back and clapped back at me. But where y'all at? See, y'all pussy. Y'all don't even show up in a live stream and y'all want to talk about a real nigga who went to Albania. Y'all want to talk about a real nigga who walked through Albania every single day of my life, documented everything that I went through, good, bad, and ugly, told people where I was at. I did everything. I say, y'all niggas find me. Come meet me. Put your dick beaters up. and stop running your dick suckers. I told all of them to do that. Ain't nobody do nothing to me. And I'm not some big tough guy. I'm not from the streets. I don't walk around with guns. None of that. Y'all couldn't even come and talk to me in the thread. Y'all couldn't even come and join the chat. Y'all pussy. Y'all absolutely pussy. So Mike 809 says, give me a shout out once you reach my post. I'm the most important person here. Mike 809 is the most important person here. Mikel Arteta says, no one called me nigger or gave me a dirty look in Nigeria, Uganda, Rwanda, or Kenya. I got called nigger in Kenya. There's a video of it. Was that Kenya? No, that was Tanzania. My wife and I were at a club, and some African said, hey, nigga, you dropped your lighter and give me a cigarette. And I heard nigga some other times while I was in Africa. So, yes, it does happen. And this is my opinion about Africans saying nigga. At the end of the day, the word nigga is a derogatory term that we've inherited and we took on, and we just tried to flip it because the white man left us with nothing after they took away everything from us. I don't think the Africans should be saying it. Honestly, if I was African, if I was Nigerian, Sierra Leone, Ghanaian, whatever, I wouldn't feel comfortable saying it because, number one, while my people did suffer through white supremacy, colonialism, and the white man taking a lot from us, like our gold, our oil, our land, everything like that, I still wouldn't feel comfortable saying that because that word is directly tied to the people who my ancestors, if I was Ghanaian, sold and shipped across the seas. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that word is very sacred, hollow, special. And honestly, if I had a button right now to delete it, I would. But just because you didn't get called nigga in Rwanda, Kenya, Uganda, Nigeria, doesn't mean that them boys ain't white supremacists or they don't think white supremacy. Some of the most blatant white supremacy I ever saw in my life was when I went to Kenya and Tanzania. And if you don't believe me, go check out those videos. A lot of niggas might think, oh, Simon loves hanging out in Europe. Like I love hanging out in Europe. I couldn't wait to go to Africa. I was trying to trick my wife to live with me in Africa. That's what she didn't know. She said, oh, we're going on a honeymoon. I said, hi, yeah, honeymoon. Anyway, I was trying to think, man, we might end up in Mombasa and love it. I could not wait to go to Mombasa. That every place that I ever look forward to going, I always get disappointed by. That's the crazy thing about my life. I looked forward to going to Tanzania more than any place. Period. Like period. I wish you knew what I was thinking. Going into Tanzania, I wasn't expecting people to open the red carpet and start, sucking my dick because black American, yeah. No, I didn't expect that. I just expected to be in a place where I finally felt peace and happy and safe. And then I got there and all I smelled was underarm musk and people staring at my wife and people saying that they want to go to Europe and people on TV with all the big booty models are light skinned, and then I go into the grocery store and then I see bleaching cream and whitening soap being sold, and that's what I saw, and that broke my heart. I wish you understood how much that broke my heart going to Tanzania. I wish y'all understood, man. Y'all don't feel me. Y'all don't feel me. So Mikel Arteta said, why is this dude so angry? Brad going on thinking he's special because he went to Albania. LOL. I really mean it. Dude called you a bitch ass coon. Yeah, I really mean it. Is a bitch ass coon. I'm angry because people talk about my shit and don't watch all my shit. It's not that hard to watch a video on 2x. If you're watching my videos right now or any of my videos and they're not on 2x, you're a dumb nigga. I watch everything on YouTube, 2x. I consume content all day. It's not that hard. If you speak English, you understand what I'm saying, watch it on 2x, hear what I'm saying, get the message out, then leave a comment. Because I guarantee you, if you listen from beginning to end, ain't nothing you can dispute me about. But you a hoe if you don't. So Mikel Arteta, yeah, I am special because I went to Albania, because I'm from Louisiana where nobody makes it out of their hood. Yes, I am special. Yes, I am special. Okay, Mikel Arteta, I am special. And yeah, Mike 808, have you traveled through Africa or plan to? Yes, I have traveled through Africa. Yeah, like I just said, Kenya, Tanzania, Mauritius, Tunisia, and I would love to go back, and I'm not scared to go back, even though I know they be cooning heavy. Boy, y'all think I'm a coon. Boy, y'all ain't never met a Tanzanian. Mikel Arteta, have you traveled? I have, because I'm not a coon ass watermelon smile nigga. Okay. Mikel Arteta might be a white man, man. Because what type of black man would have a soccer player in his profile pic? We don't even like soccer. We don't even like football like that. All right. This old Ashy Larry looking motherfucker trying to roast because he got clown seeking approval in Albania. Oh, Ashy Larry. I look like Ashy Larry. Man, your mama's pussy look like Ashy Larry, but I'll blow the dust off that thing, Ty Daniels. I'll blow the dust off it. But shout out to Ty Daniels for helping make this content, man. We getting paid. Mm, we getting paid. Man, I look like Ashy Larry. Not ashy at all. Not ashy at all. I'm very handsome and sexy. Leave my hairline alone. Nigga, you travel to Israel. Stop it. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. Micah, you travel to Israel. Stop it. Okay. Then he posted the Walter Wright. And then he said, you got me. See, he ain't never been to Africa. He ain't never been to Africa, bro. You can't talk shit to me until you live in Africa. Until you do what I did. I want you niggas to talk to me after you spend 3 months in Tanzania, 3 months in Kenya, 3 months in Mauritius, 3 months in Tunisia, and then backpack through some other African nations. Talk to the people till you spend 2 years in some African nation. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Y'all ain't did nothing. Y'all are in Spartansburg, South Carolina. Y'all ain't even gonna see the streets of Budapest, and y'all want to talk to a nigga like me crazy. Y'all are pussy. All right. Roger King says Europe in general has a huge racism issue. Look at their football. They insult black players and racially abuse them. Uh, a few weeks ago, my wife and I were at a bar, and she wasn't looking, at least I think, but I was looking, and they were playing a football game, and then they shot to a commercial, and then they had to play a commercial on the TV that says "No to racism." Like that's how bad racism is in Europe, because the black football players they go and play in Italy and Spain and France, and people are throwing bananas. On the field pitch, people are making monkey noises in the stands whenever the black players miss a goal or when they make a goal. So yeah, racism in Europe is absolutely wild. So wild that they have to remind the people, hey, don't do that. All right. It looks foolish to be married to someone not black and then complain about racism. This is a comment from actually 6'3". This line from your original post says nothing about confiding in a wife specifically. It just implies that if your wife is of another race, you can't complain about being a victim of racism. LOL. It's in black and white. Yeah. So like I said before, I can give people props when they make good points. Ty Daniel made a good point when he talked about confiding in his wife. If that's very important to confide in a black woman at the end of a hard day of being a black man in this world, that's good for him. But you don't have to attack me because I love who I love. And on top of that, I'm on code. My wife's on code. My life's on code. I give everything for the code. And yet y'all want to still come for me. Whatever, man. I'm from Louisiana. Y'all niggas are from South Carolina. There's a difference. Uh, Leave my hairline alone says, you see it. Uh, so uh, Ty Daniel says the context and why I posted what I posted was about being able to confide and a shared experience in dealing with racism. I never said that you can't complain if you date or marry out. I said if you actually care about the negative effects of racism. This man is getting into semantics. And listen, the negative effects of racism have nothing to do with how black people live our lives. I think that's what Ty Daniels is missing. If we care about the negative effects of racism, we should change in our personal lives. The negative effects of racism come from people who are racist or people who support white supremacy implicitly or explicitly. It has nothing to do with us. We can be pitch perfect black people for the rest of our lives and still get shot in the back. Our kids will still get suspended from school unfairly. Our women will still be disrespected. Our black men will be incarcerated at even more rates. Everything that we have done to play the respectability politics game or any sort of life standard mission that Ty Daniels talks about has never worked for us. So his arguments don't make any sense, and it's not even worth finishing that post. Let's go to the last page here, page 8, and this will be the last page I read. Not a Trump fan, but I love the expression shithole country. What did you expect, bre? I didn't. Listen, I've traveled through a lot of shithole. Let's keep it real. Oh, I'm keeping it so real tonight. By most standards, most African nations are shithole countries. By most standards, by basic standards on what we talk about amenities, quality of life, utilities, most African nations are shithole countries. But should we not travel to Africa just because they don't have the amenities like what we have in the first world, which in fact are supported by the wealth that is stolen from these shithole places? America cannot be America without the uranium and cobalt from the Democratic Republic of Congo. What are we talking about here? Albania, on paper, is a shithole country, but I've had some of my most transformative, interesting, amazing experiences in my life in what people call shithole countries. And by the way, I'm from a shithole state called Louisiana. So shout out to TEH. All right. Dark Man X. Why would someone, especially Black African, want to travel to Albania or Eastern Europe, though? Because I want to. That's the thing. Why would you want to? I don't know, send your kids to private school? Why would you want to buy a big house in the suburbs? Why would you want to try to get a good job? Why would you try to read, nigga? Why would you try to read? You know the white man still gonna treat you like shit, nigga. Why are you still trying to do anything with your life, nigga? Why would you try to do anything knowing that anti-black racism is everywhere? With that sort of logic, we would still be on the plantation. Why are we trying to run away, Harriet? Them racists in Canada too, Harriet. Oh, Dark Man X, I was gonna stay on the plantation. Dark Man X is a coon, bro. It's the crazy thing. People want to project onto me their own insecurities because they know they can never go to Albania because they're pussy or too poor. They want to project their insecurities onto me. Absolutely insane. Even without racism, I would never travel to that trash ass place, not attracted to the women, culture, food, or anything. Well, I understand not being attracted to the women because they got them hook noses. And there's nothing wrong with a hook nose, but them noses be touching their chins. Their culture is, of course, very anti black. The food, I mean, if you like pizza and ice cream, of course, anything over there, I mean, they got mountains. If you really like mountains, I'm from Louisiana. I know I said this a million times. I'm from Louisiana, but Louisiana, we ain't got no mountains. First time I saw some mountains, I was in awe. God created such a thing. Dark Man X back up in the thread. He says, "Why would they? It's Africa, bruh. They're black too. Yeah, they'll call you nigga. There's a way that Africans say nigga to a nigga that makes you feel that. It feels worse than even when the white man says it. I'm gonna keep it real. Every time I've been called nigga by some foreign nigga, it hurt more a little bit, because I didn't know where it was coming from. Honestly, y'all ain't never experienced that though. Dark Man X, Wiseborn, Ty Daniels, all these motherfuckers, they ain't never gonna experience that. They're never gonna walk in, you know, Arusha, Tanzania, and get called niga and experience what that feel like. They know what that's like. Dude, reading out these posts just made me realize how unhinged some of y'all are. Edit, Brad looking like a call center employee with that shirt and tie and headset. I am, man. Hey, I can appreciate a good roast. That's a good one. Shout out to Low End Derek. Yeah, yeah. I used to do the call centers back in the day. Yeah, man. I used to do the call centers. Shout out Low End Derek. Yeah. That's a good roast. But I still gotta work. You guys might think, oh, this guy spends all day on YouTube and he's just a loser. I'm broke as hell, but I still afford this place. We got food in the fridge, the lights are on, the heat is on. It's 8 degrees here in Budapest. We still keep our lives together. We still sipping good, living good, looking good, shining. You feel me? Because that's how we do it when we from the boot. We hustlers, big time hustlers. Yeah. And yeah, call center. Live from London. I mean, you go any homogenous country, the natives will always treat you differently. Uh, yeah, but I mean, white people go to Africa and get treated like they, are gold. But yeah, you go to any homogenous country, we should not expect going to a homogenous country and getting called nigger. We should not accept that. How about this? I'll change that from accept to expect to accept. We can maybe expect it. And after you watch my videos, you can expect that in Albania. If you go to Albania, Serbia, Kosovo, Turkey, a lot of places, even Africa, I'm telling y'all this right now, you go to Africa, niga, they will call you niga, niga in Africa. I've experienced it myself. They're anti-black in Africa themselves. Just because we're all black and we go to Africa doesn't mean, oh, we're just going to fit in and they're just going to love us. No, because if you ain't white or if you ain't rich in Africa, they don't give a fuck about you, niga. For real. And I'm not roasting you, Live London. I'm just talking to all of you niggas out here who really think every black person should either stay in their hood or go to Africa. Bro, we can go anywhere in the world. We didn't colonize anybody. We didn't hurt anybody. We didn't rape anybody's women. We didn't kill anybody's civilization. We didn't take anybody's language. We didn't do anything to anybody, so we can go anywhere we want. Or at least my black ass can go anywhere you want. If you a scared ass nigga from South Carolina, stay in South Carolina. But us real niggas, Louisiana niggas, we stomping all over the planet, straight up. All right, actually 6'3". Oh God, these people still going back and forth. I hate Kali arguments. I hate these things. All right, but this is separate to what happened in the original post and an entirely different discussion. It does indeed look foolish if you are black and care about racism but don't marry black. Again, this doesn't make sense. It implies that you can't both care about being a subject of racism or racism in general if you marry someone outside your race. They're not mutually exclusive. Laughing my fucking ass off. You feel how you feel, just stand on it. Racist in a passing car calling him a nigger. Guys, this is what's so frustrating. Nobody watched the videos. Nobody watched the videos. Nobody was in a car. If you see, if you actually watch the video and listen to it, you will see that the people that were yelling nigga at me in the multiple videos are walking on the street too. This is what's so frustrating about being a YouTuber. I try very hard to make sure that the content I release is concise, it's on point, it's on code, it's intact, everything. And people don't even pay attention. This is how I know you niggas don't even read books. Watch the videos on 2x if you have a short attention span, nigga. If you're so used to Instagram shorts and reels or whatever, watch the video on 2x. It's only 6 minutes. Don't even have to watch it. Just listen to what I'm saying. For real. So frustrating. So frustrating. But I know in the long run, like Castro said, history will absolve me. History will absolve me. All right. They'd have done it whether his wife was black or white. Facts. This is akin to crack ass crackers telling black folks to go back to Africa if they don't like being subjected to racism in America. You're actively choosing to stay in a predominantly white country when so many predominantly black countries exist. You'd be foolish to stay and complain. That's a very good point. See how that really makes no sense. All right, someone please edit the title. This is hilarious. It's classic thread in the making. Yes, I want a classic Kali thread, man. I'm so happy right now, bro. I wish you really understood. Listen, shout out to all the people on the Kali I've been watching for day one. I just be lurking. I am not on the Kali. I am not on the Kali. I am not on the Kali. I don't have an account. I didn't register. I just be lurking heavy. And the shit y'all be posting is hilarious. And I know we're all on the internet and everybody can get roasted. And I know on surface level, if you just click my video, you see this bald head, big buff, beer bellied black man running around Albania with a white woman. You think, ha, ha, coon, coon, coon alert, coon alert. There's a coon, there's a bed bug. I know y'all might be thinking that as soon as you see the video, but I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all, I love my wife and I will kill any of you niggas for my wife. Even if my wife wasn't white and I was married to her and I loved her, I'd kill any of you niggas for my wife. I'd stand on my 2 toes, aim that thing down your barrel. Yeah. I'm from Louisiana, man. I'm really about it. Really about it. So all I'm saying is this. When I love hard, and I don't care what anybody thinks about my wife. That's not the point. The point is the message. The point is the message. I do my content to provide black travelers information about what's abroad. We should not expect or accept getting called nigger in the streets. If I contradicted myself from what I said earlier, I'll even make it more clear. It is not okay for black people to be called nigger anywhere. If it does happen, document it or pack them boys up. That's it. That's it. And I decided to document it and make money off of it. That's it. I decided to document it and share it for my people. If I was a coon, I would have cut those videos out and just tried to make the happy, smiling content that all the other black YouTubers try to make to get white validation. My channel is a bunch of dislikes. My channel is a bunch of white folks in my comments every day saying that I didn't experience racism or calling me all sorts of racial slurs. And I stand up every day and do what I do on this channel, which is always speak out against white supremacy and make myself laugh. You don't like it? Eat a dick, nigga. If you don't like who I married, give me your mama, nigga. Give me your sister, nigga. Give me that big booty cousin you have at the family reunion. Yeah, we saw her. Yeah. Bring her ass this way. Yeah. Me and my wife a flipper. Yeah. We gonna run a train on her. Yeah. Stand up in it. I'm serious, man. I'm serious, man. Y'all don't like who I'm fucking? Bring me that big booty black bitch that you fucking on. And we gonna run a train. We gonna have a party with her. Yeah. Me and my Turkish wife. We gonna give her some long dong schlong kebab. I'm serious, man. I'm fucking serious around this bitch. I know this video won't get monetized. I know this video might get taken down by YouTube. They might even take down my whole channel. But I did something here. I did something here. I did something absolutely serious here. I don't back down from nobody, and I keep it absolutely real, black and raw here. You feel me? So, yeah, we going in. I'm not angry over the comments. So, Luke, okay, okay, okay. I don't know if he's saying that to you. That was 32 minutes ago. Who knows where we are in the stream? Who knows where people are watching? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But listen, I'm not mad on the comments at all. I find this absolutely funny. It's the internet. I know none of this shit will ever, you know, impact my real life. You know what I mean? Because what I do in real life and what I do on the internet and at least on this channel, two totally separate things. And I'm very fortunate and blessed that I don't have to kiss some white man's ass, that I don't have to change how I feel or believe to make sure that my, you know, everything is okay. I'm a real dude. I do what I do on this channel as a way to provide information for my people, make myself laugh, share information for y'all, and build. You know what I mean? This isn't hate. This isn't anything like that. This is the real ass. I'm real, man. Ain't nobody backing me up. I'm just one man by myself. So let's keep on building. Ty Daniels, God, this guy, man. I people that go back and forth on the internet, and there's no money in it. If I'm gonna go back and forth on the internet with somebody, I want there to be some money in it at least. I can't sit and type to another nigga that I'll never meet, and I can't sit and type to some nigga I'll never meet all day and not get paid on it. At least I'll stay on this live stream all night and get paid from it, but I couldn't imagine staying on upline arguing with somebody. So Brad, you aren't telling me anything about racism that I don't already know. I've dedicated damn near 30 years of my life studying the global history of the black man and woman and the effects of racism and anti-blackness. I'm pro-black, pan-African, etc. I know whether he was with a white woman or not, they would still call him the N-word. My point was simple. Blackness is home for black people, pro-black people, marry other black people. That is all. You are trying to make up arguments and positions that I would never in life make. I'm against anti-blackness, period, and support black unity. I am too, Ty Daniels. But you know that same sort of argument could be made. Black people should not leave the South because we are the majority in the South, and going to places where we aren't the majority is killing our majority here in the South and making us weaker as a people. Stay unified. I mean, this same sort of logic could be used for anything. Yeah, I don't live my life by some nigga on the internet standards. I do what I do. All right, Kiyoshi Dono, boy, that lopsided head ass nigga, mad. Lopsided, my shit even, bitch. See, I be outside. Y'all talking about I be lopsided head ass. Y'all could try to roast me, but I know who I am, and I know y'all wouldn't say any of this to me in public, and I know I can take a joke. I can take a joke. Lopsided ass nigga, man. If I saw your ass, boy, that's why you got to put Andre 3000 in your profile, grabbing his crotch, man, wearing them belly button high fucking jeans, man. And you want to talk about me, man? I'm fly, fresh, and sexy, baby. I don't know what you talking about. Anyway, Malcolm Triple X 23 says only Africa is safe. Africa is not safe for black people. Boy, they will rob your ass in Africa if they know you're a black American. Straight up. They don't care. Sochi says stop acting like they ain't to use the hard R. Yeah, man. I don't know who he's talking about, but yeah, they were going off. Let's see if we got any more comments. Brez live reading comments from the colleague. We made it. Okay, so we'll end with that. I don't know how long this live stream was, but this was definitely fun. Definitely one of the funnest live streams I've ever done. This was absolutely real. Anybody from the colleague could have came on here and chopped it up with me, but you didn't because you're pussy. So Ty Daniels is pussy. I really mean it's pussy. Who else is pussy? Um, who else is pussy? Waldo, Geraldo, Faldo. Yeah, you pussy. Ty Daniels, of course, pussy. Uh, K Glock is a pussy. K Glock is pussy. Big time pussy. um, Mr. Becario is cool. All right. Who else is here? Who else was talking wild? Oh yeah, what was his name? Was that bitch ass nigga's name? Uh, he popped up in the second page. Okay, what was his name? Uh, Damn, I forgot his name. I know I was shouting him out the entire time. Dr. Acula. Dr. Acula is pussy. Uh, da, 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 da. Okay. Wiseborn. That's his name. I forgot his name. All right. So Wiseborn is pussy. Ty Daniels is pussy. K Glock is pussy. A lot of other real niggas in the thread, but I just didn't like that people did not watch my stuff in its entirety. So thank you for everybody who watched this live stream. Thank you for everybody who built with me here. This has been another legend daily live streams on my channel. I'm the realest, rawest, blackest YouTuber out here. I don't do white validation. I don't do travel content to try to make other people happy. I just do what I do, and I hope y'all feel me. I know this video will probably get demonetized, but I still do other content that's gonna go up, and you'll see it. So, thank you for watching. Shout out to the colleague, man. Peace.